Good evening, ladies, lords, lasses, and all those in between. It is I, your humble game master, the Deathly Shad, here today to bring you some more Rains of Vitrium content. Episode 85. Yes, good times. And I am here today to announce that we are indeed enjoying session. That is the thing.
You don't get to decide that for me.
Joining me today are my lovely co-hosts and players. Agathar, say hi to the people.
Hello, people.
Morrigan, say hi to the people.
Hello, people.
Rencois, say hi to the people.
I refuse to enjoy the session simply because Shad decided for me. So there.
Oh my god.
Damn it. Soren, say hi to the people.
Hey people, I'm still working on my parents. We'll get them fixed shortly.
And Vani, say hi to the people.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. Wars are coming. I
Mhm.
feel it in my mercenary bones.
There you now. Yes.
My knees are swelling up. Wars are coming.
My knees are swelling.
Yes. When last we left our adventurers, Agathar the Kobold Rogue, Morrigan the Halfling Divination Wizard, Rencois the Ratfolk Monk, Soren the Ratfolk Samurai, and Vani the Ratfolk Smith, the party had been exploring and hanging around Therboulder for the better part of a couple days or so. Basically hanging out with Soren's parents, discussing various activities they could do. Neotol took Rencois out on a date. Ooh la la.
Hooray!
Yes, and is now in the process of going out to make tailor-made clothes for the young lady. And Soren's parents, being a little bit racist against kobolds, you know, just a little bit, found out that Soren was actually dating a kobold. Well, his mom did at the very least. Oh no! My son's a kobold boy
Everyone's
kisser.
a little bit racist.
Sometimes. Yeah, good stuff. And so yeah, that's a situation that needs to be handled at a point in time. Don't worry about it. Also there was the very minor thing at the very end of the session where Lucas waltzed into town and took over the King of Therboulder. Just mind fucked him and said, "Nope, I'm in control now."
Yeah,
After having,
just standard stuff.
Yeah, after having done
I am
so,
the captain now.
Yeah.
I'm the king now.
After having done so with the King of Bernolar, the other dwarven city. And so we are going to settle everything back into place as we ask ourselves, what's Lucas want? Is this going to affect everyone negatively? And just what exactly is going on in this country? Who knows? I don't. We'll find out today on today's session of the Rains of Vitrium. Woo!
This good for the economy?
I mean, it could be.
You know.
Egg prices might go down.
Oh, sign me up.
Vicious.
At any rate. I don't know why it made me laugh so much. At any rate, Rencois, Morrigan, Agathar, and Vani, the four of you roll me a D100.
Oh, okay. Nope, that's a D20. I missed
20.
it. Hold on.
I keep forgetting to set the character.
90.
I forgot that I'm still in a different roll 20. So
I'll just go last.
Shit,
I'll just go last.
Sorry, you want me to roll a D100 too?
No, just Agathar, because Agathar's with you currently.
Okay.
Yeah, we're together.
You don't get to roll
Yeah.
one.
And unfortunately, Mom learned exactly how together we were.
9.
Alright
Oof.
then. I guess we're starting with Rencois, it seems.
Oh shit.
So, Rencois, you are currently making your way through a small market district in Therboulder, with Neotol kind of like leading you around. And she's turning to you periodically, asking, what colors you want for your outfit?
Well, violet, maybe.
Violet. It's a good color. Good color. Violet and black, perhaps.
I guess so.
I mean, I'm asking you. You tell me if violet and black would look good on you or not.
I mean, I guess so. And maybe light, like forest green accents.
Got it. All right then. Go ahead and roll for me a investigation check, Rencois, at advantage.
An investigation. We suck at investigation.
Okay. So yeah,
Get distracted by waifu.
All right then. So yeah, as the two of you were kind of like, wandering about the city of Therboulder, you realize very quickly that the dwarves here are not super colorful. Like, the most color they have in any one of their particular outfits or any particular bolts of cloth that they might have is like stone gray compared to gravel gray,
marble gray.
Yeah.
But I don't want to sound like Aggie's mom, but I probably could have told you that about dwarves.
But no, the colors here are very utilitarian. It's almost as if like they don't really care about the colors per se, because either they're relying on their dark vision, which is grayscale anyway, when looking around, or they want to blend in with the stone environment around them. So
colors are woke.
I mean, I suppose, yeah, sure. So yeah, you're kind of like, looking around, and you're just and like Neatal's looking around too, and she's like, damn, this place sucks for clothing.
They do seem to rather enjoy their browns and grays.
Now I know another reason why I left this place.
That one has gold.
Oh, look at that gold! Yeah, oh yeah, you're right. And then she lifts up the gold, and then she turns around. It's just more stone gray, and she's like, ew. She puts it right back down. Yeah, we're gonna need to like talk to someone else about this. Maybe that traveler fellow you guys are with. Maybe he has like some bolts of clothing or cloth.
Possibly. I mean, they are travelers. They are known for having random odds and ends.
Yeah, sure. We can do that easily enough. Well, you want to get to that now?
We can just continue walking around for now.
All right then. In fact, I actually kind of have a pretty funny idea in mind.
Funny
She'll.
how?
Oh, you'll see. She'll grab a bolt of like a small little like collection of brown cloth, and then she'll like get some gray cloth, and she'll buy both of those. Then she'll buy a couple like a set of buttons that are like stone onyx buttons that are like fairly large in size. That look like they'd be using to like that look like they'd be used to like button up a jacket. like a heavy jacket. And then she gets some string as well, and a collection of... And then she buys some black cloth as well. All right.
Are you planning to make a winter jacket?
Oh, me? No, I'm planning on making something a bit more interesting for you. He smiles.
Okay. Just kind of quirks a brow, but doesn't push it.
Trust me, you'll see, and you'll either be utterly enraptured by it, or you'll think the colors are bad and throw it away. I'm not sure which. We'll see. And she'll pocket the materials.
Sounds like a pretty large gap of possibilities.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know what your childhood was like. I don't know what you like or don't like.
It's like, I don't know what your childhood was like. 1,000-yard stare.
Just a muffled screaming in the background.
So yeah,
It's the fucking meme of like the cat with the black and white World War II photos flashing in the background.
Yes.
yeah, no, she'll point at that and go. Ah, you see. So I'm not sure how much you would or would not like what I have planned.
Well, we shall
We shall.
sit in enraptured.
Yeah.
Why am I'm fucking blanking on English today? I apologize.
It's fine.
Enraptured anticipation.
Yes, you shall, and you shall enjoy your seat, for I will make it a very comfy cushion that you sit upon. She then turns around and leaves. like,
She'll just
one awkward pause later, she just turns around and just starts walking away. You can follow if you want.
just chuckles and follows after her.
All right. Is there anything specific that you, Rencois, would like to do with Neotol while you guys are out perusing the marketplace?
No, probably just window shopping.
Okay, then. Well, while you're window shopping, you can hear a rumor.
If anything...
Hmm?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if anything, Rencois would probably gravitate more towards, like, the artsy side of town.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, no,
Of the
easily.
market.
Yeah. You actually find yourself in the middle of,
Arts
like,
and crafts.
you know how there's like those sellers of necklaces that are like gemstones with, like, you know, little wire embroidery around them and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's the place you wind up in. Lots of people are hawking necklaces and other jewelry and merchant goods to random passerbys in general. And while you guys are kind of like making your way through the marketplace, you hear a rumor. And I'm giving this to you because of your like insane passive perception.
I heard a rumor that
And the R word triggered.
It begins.
You hear a lot of rumors. A lot of people are just kind of like chatting back and forth, you know, going a little bit here, a little bit there. But the main rumor seems to be, did you hear about the king of the king of Bernolar visiting today? Why, I did. Declaration of war, I think. No, can't be no declaration of war. Ain't been a war between us dwarves for the past 100 years or so. You know, there's general murmuring. You're just like, oh yeah, no, you're right about that. And then a third voice enters the conversation. From a more official-looking individual. A guard of some kind. Oh, far worse than that. What you mean by far worse than that? They made peace. He spits on the ground. There's an audible gasp from the nearby dwarves. Don't you go saying no blasphemy like that. It's no blasphemy. It's what I saw. Ch-ldr-n came in with his little razzmatazz group of toll folk. Now now him and the king of Therboulder are at peace. Spits on the ground again. Fucking prissy bastards. Denying their ancestors what they're owed, I say. Then there's more general murmuring, discontent. And this isn't like the first time you hear about it. The rumor that the kings of the dwarves have made peace with one. And it's often a rumor that is met with a lot of irritation, anger, and a lot of talk about how values have just gone down the drain. How basically these kings are insulting their own ancestors by making peace. As they kind of like, and every time someone mentions peace, they spit on the ground afterwards. If you wish to do anything with that, you may certainly do so.
No, she just kind of scrunches her nose at it in distaste at all the blatant spitting.
So unsanitary.
And will instead occupy herself with, she'll see, I think she'd see like a dark metal chain necklace that kind of wraps around like the jewel piece on the front is like shaped like a large knife, and kind of embedded in what would be the hilt of the knife is a somewhat small lapis lazuli.
Oh.
And I think she'd kind of pick it up, look at it, and kind of be like, Neatal, come here a moment.
You see her kind of like go straight, kind of like straighten up from where she was, just like, oh, what? Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, right over. And she slides up to be beside you. What's up?
She'll kind of hold the necklace up, kind of against her neck.
Oh. Does look really good on you.
No, she's holding it against Neatal.
Oh, shit. Okay. Then, yeah, she looks down like at it like, huh? I'm... yeah.
I think it looks good on you. It matches your eyes.
Oh my good lord. Hold on. I need to roll on my reaction table over here. Oh, geez. Okay.
Yeah, roll on the gay panic table.
You have a table for that?
We do now. You see her kind of like blush, but like, oh, you don't. You. It only matches one of my eyes. But I do like it.
She turns to kind of flag down the merchant at the stall. How much is this?
The merchant looks at the necklace, looks over to you. 5 gold, miss.
Done.
All right. You see his eyes kind of his eyebrows go up a little bit as he like accepts the 5 gold.
She will slide him 7.
Ooh, okay. You slide him 7. You slide him 7. The raised eyebrows of like, oh shit, I fucked up. I ain't charged enough. You go down to, oh, I see. And he takes him and he gives you like a little wink, like, I get you. And then he goes back. I got other selections if you want something else.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
He nods, and the two of you leave the stall as Neatal just kind of like she's very blushily just kind of like putting it on and just like you know how whenever people get like a new necklace, how they kind of like fiddle with it a little bit. They have like the pendant between two of their fingers.
Yes.
That's what she's doing right now. She's just very gently stroking it, just like petting it, just like, oh.
It's like, normally I'm the one buying the girls' jewelry.
Yes, actually.
I don't know how to handle this.
Yes, actually, literally.
My whole world is turned upside down now.
And she kind of like keeps looking over to you, just like trying to like gauge your reaction. And after like a few minutes of just like fiddling and just like nervous blushing, she'll kind of say, I mean, you're you really do have a very good eye for very, very nice things.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
I mean, why would you say that? I mean, just look at the state I'm in after a single purchase like this.
I mean, and she'll get like a kind of a cocky smirk. I mean, I guess I'm not completely hopeless because it does look good on you.
I don't know whoever told you
And
were...
continues walking.
I don't know who... Like, she tries to retort, but you're already gone. She's like, oh, and she speeds up to get beside you. Moving just a little bit faster than you. But no, the two of you continue to peruse the market stall, and the market, and you see there's a few more window shopping opportunities here and there. Is there anything that strikes Rencois' eye that maybe she doesn't buy?
The only thing that I was thinking in my mind, and it would be one of those things she would look at it and think it's really cool, but not really buy any of it, would be, have you ever gone to like the Ren fairs where like the stalls where they've got all the like scrap metal art?
Yes, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, stuff like that, like metal sculptures and stuff like that. Which I'd imagine in a dwarven town, there's probably someone selling that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, no, easily. You see a couple like blacksmith's children are just kind of like selling basically the remains of any projects that their dads or moms, failed at or broke after they mixed them up and so on and so forth. Like, or that they found to be imperfect. They're just kind of like threw in a scrap pile to their kids to like do something with, and that's basically what they have. They have like a little chair made of tiny broken daggers that looks like a doll could sit inside of it. They have a few statues of various dwarves with like metal beards comprised of knife blades and like hilts making up their hands and so on and so forth that have been kind of like carved into to make like fingers and stuff. A lot of different metal sculptures like that. If you were wanting to, you could describe a particular one in mind.
Trying to find like a good example of something that I was thinking of.
You have a small angel statue that's made out of a lot of silverware that's been melted together with a few rhinestone gems studded into the wings that are all
Yeah,
very horribly
stuff
cut.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just kind of go about looking at them.
All right then. And after your trip through the market, where are you going to go next?
That is an excellent question. I guess back to the cart.
All right then.
I'd just be like, should we see if our traveler friends may perchance have any cloth stashed away somewhere?
Oh yeah, sure. We should totally. In fact, I have a little something I have to drop off at the cart anyway. Smiles.
Okay. Well, then let's go.
And the two of you wander on and off. And then we kind of pan over to where Morrigan and Eloise are.
Okay.
I believe the last time we left you two, after you just got through beating the shit out of each other and then showering, you decided to go out on the
Bathing.
town, bathing. You decided to go out on the
Yeah.
town and get something to eat.
Well, we had already eaten. We were coming. Well, I guess no. Morrigan didn't eat, but it was more of Morrigan was going out, essentially going to see if they had anything in the shops that she'd want.
Yeah, buying buying magic items. I fully understand now. Well, as the two of you make your way through the market district, what's your passive perception?
15.
15. Okay. And yeah. You'd probably notice that on your way through the market district, there's a few collections of dwarves just kind of like grouped up together that are kind of like muttering to themselves one another, and on occasion you'll see them kind of like turn away from the group, spit on the ground, and then turn back to continue the discussion.
Talking about something they don't like. But it doesn't
Seems
concern
like
me,
it.
and therefore I don't care.
Yep. So, what are you looking for?
Nothing in particular. I just like to collect the odd trinket.
Hmm.
Call it therapeutic in this situation. Something new and shiny might get my mind off of things.
Although, there's something else that could get your mind off things.
Kind of looks at her. That being.
And she'll kind of like smack you on the head, and then she'll run away.
What's her actual deal?
Do you give chase?
She smacks me about the head and then runs off. How far does she get before she turns back and turns around?
25 feet away. Actually, no, it's 30 feet. That halflings have like a 30-foot movement, right?
No.
Then yeah,
It's 25, bud.
That's why I figured. I was just second guessing myself. Yeah, no, she gets 25 feet away.
Turns around, doesn't see me.
Okay.
Something bubbles up inside her. Oh fuck.
I have a question. Did you go invisible or did you teleport away?
No, I changed my face and my outfit.
No, okay. So yeah, no, she's like, oh no. You'll see her kind of like massage her temples. And then and then you'll hear a voice in your head.
Nope.
Sending spell.
I hate sending. I hate that fucking spell. Never give us a definitive bad guy, Shad. I'll get sending and I will do nothing but harass him day and night. No moment's peace. He'll be asleep and he'll be like, wake up, fuckface. And that's it. Then he'll do it throughout the night. Who needs the dream spell if there's no save?
Alright. Morrigan, tell me that you're still nearby. I was trying to implement a game of tag. This isn't very fair for either of us.
He kind of hears her smack her lips in the message. I seem to think this is a much funnier game. See if you can find me.
Alright then. Go ahead and roll a deception check.
I will roll with advantage.
Why is that?
Because she doesn't know what I look like.
Do you have the actor feat?
No, but I'm not particularly talking. And I currently
Straight.
look like a dwarf.
Roll it straight.
That's bull. All right. Well, I'll have you know, I have pretty good deception.
You do.
For 13.
Alright. So, you're also rolling disadvantage.
Why?
You were exhausted.
Exhaustion.
You're exhausted.
I mean, it's okay. It's fine. So yeah, you blend into the crowd. You look like every other. You look like another dwarf, just another random dwarf in the crowd. But the thing about being a random dwarf in the crowd is that most other random dwarves in the crowd at this particular time of day are not overtly tired or showing signs of exhaustion. Nor
What described to me as a sign of exhaustion.
slouched shoulders, dragging your feet ever so slightly, tired eyes that are half lidded.
I mean, we're all about the same height. So I just, so why hobble a little bit? What of it?
So you hobble a little bit. And also, not to mention, a couple dwarves, they rattle off to you in the dwarvish language, which you do not know. And you do not respond. You just walk right by them.
If I can tell, can I tell they're talking to me?
Hey, go ahead and roll an insight. It's not very high DC.
Where's insight? 20.
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell they're talking to you. A few of them.
Just kind of grunt and wave a hand. Dismissive.
Fair enough, fair enough. Okay. Well, as you're kind of like walking by, you see Eloise is slowly meandering through the crowd, eyes looking left, right. And then very slowly she starts to center onto you. Just walking around.
Where's the magic
around.
shop?
Magic shop?
Am I getting closer?
Yes. You don't know where the magic shop is specifically in this city.
I imagine I've been to Therboulder before.
Hmm.
If I was capable of mapping out every single one of these human cities to the point where I was going to blow them up strategically, I imagine I at least had a place where I could be safe.
Okay, I will give you a fair enough on that. All right, roll me a history check.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm like, this is the back of my hand speaking, but I'm just saying, like, I've visited. 11.
That's fine. An 11. Still exhausted, though.
11's 11.
Yeah, I know. 11's 11. With an 11, you're kind of like, ugh. Like, you're getting in the nearby area. Like, I'm not gonna say an 11's not good enough to remember the general area where a magic shop is. Like, you don't know where, like you know that there are at least 3 different magic shops in this city. You don't know which one's the best one, per se, but you do know of one that you're looking for. But you do know that you're going in the right direction of one, specifically. Like, you're basically landmarking it out. So you're not getting lost, is what I'm saying. But just about the time before you're able to reach the magic shop specifically, Eloise puts a hand on your shoulders. There you are, sister.
Turns to her. Do I know you?
She smiles. I see through your disguise.
A disguise on Torp?
If this is the disguise self spell, then she'll see through.
No.
Nope.
This is alter self.
Got you. All right then. She'll smile. Oh, really now? Is that what we're playing?
You don't play with wee lasses.
I understand. Well then, tell my sister, if you see her, that her finances aren't really there still, I don't think. She might need a little help purchasing whatever magic item she wants.
I'm gonna roll athletics at disadvantage. That's 12.
What's this athletics for?
Grabbing her by the collar and lifting her.
You don't manage it. You go to grab her and she's like, nope.
Give me back my money.
I will give my money to my sister, not to some random dwarven woman. She winks at you. She has a big smile on her face.
I check my bag.
What bag?
I pad myself down. I didn't get to. I was aware of her following me. I don't get to make an active perception check.
No. It's not that. It's that they took your bag off of you whenever you were a prisoner. She's been holding on to your bag this entire time.
Not dropping this here.
Okay. We'll go.
Yes.
We'll go somewhere a bit more secluded. And then she'll kind of
big dwarf nose going huff.
she'll lead you to a nearby alleyway that is secluded and away from others. Then she'll gesture to you.
She'll cast alter self again and become the same gnome she was before. Give me my bag.
Also, as a minor side, you don't need to recast the spell. You can just use an action to shift yourself again.
Is that true?
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, alter self is cooler than I thought.
Yes,
yeah,
it is.
It is cool. You can give yourself natural weapons and shit.
At any rate, you shift yourself back to normal quotation marks.
Yep, not to normal, just to a gnome instead of a halfling, because she doesn't want to be green in this place.
Yeah, it's fine. She'll then hand you your bag back.
Kind of snatches it back. Grumbles.
What? What? I gave you what? I didn't do anything to it.
Trying to make me run while I'm already exhausted. I thought you cared about me.
Aw, I do, sis. But only to a certain extent.
Hefts the haversack onto her back, which kind of makes her like off tiredly. At what point are we dropping you in your troop of misfits off? Like some peace and quiet.
I think we're gonna be sticking with you for a little while now.
Ugh.
Yeah, I know. Tragic, right? Hanging out with your sister and stuff.
Cousin.
She'll poke you in the nose. Sister.
Cousin.
Sister. Come around.
A hard leer at her.
We had a magic shop we were going to, didn't we?
Uh-huh. She kind of turns and grumbles as she toddles off towards the shop.
All right. The two of you enter the shop, and this shop in particular is ran by a dwarven man by the name of Soren. Its name is Thorin's Antiquities. As the two of you enter the room, you hear like a small little ding-ding-ding of the shop opening up, and kind of like currently setting onto the side of the wall a few battle axes is Thorin, a gray-bearded dwarven man with a bit of with these wrinkles beneath his eyes, and a pair of deep-set brown eyes. Evening. How goes the day?
Fine enough.
Alright. You two ladies are looking to buy.
That and sell, perhaps. Perusing, seeing what it is you have here. Anything you're particularly proud of?
I'm supposing it's fair enough. Kind of pops down off of his chair and makes his way around behind the countertop. Alright then, well, seeing as how you two are wizard folk, it seems, based off your books and stabs and stuff, then this shop may not have too much for you.
I'd say get you dealing mostly enchanted armors and the weapon, right?
Yep, that's about the right of it.
No protective charms, cloaks.
I might dabble in a cloak or two here and there. If it's armor of the sort. Got a few rings of protection. Some cloaks of protection. And a couple sets of bracers of protection. Bracers of defense, Although, I actually have a bit of a unique item I made myself just recently. He reaches behind his countertop and pulls out of a glass display a dagger that has a shield crest upon the front of it. This here is a defender's dagger. Gives you a bit of a shield bonus if you swing with it. Could be useful in a pinch.
Needs to be attuned, though, I take it.
Oh, of course it
Do you deal and trade? Or buy?
I can buy if it's worth the time.
Well, seeing as you deal in weaponry, I won't bother you with anything that isn't of the sort. But I have something. She reaches into her bag and pulls out what looks to be a multicolored javelin and places it on the glass.
What is this item?
The prismatic javelin.
Oh, okay. I need to look up Smash Up.
It is it's a saddlebag item. It's not on 5e tools.
Okay. I mean, I think they added Griffin saddlebag stuff to 5e tools. All right. Prismatic javelin. What's
Good luck
it do
finding it. I believe it returns when it's thrown, and depending, I think it's on roll dice. It deals a different kind of elemental damage on top of piercing.
Got it. So it's a javelin of lightning, but with extra steps.
Well-
More like javelin of prismatic spray.
Okay. So he'll look at this item, and I believe it's like what, very rare rarity? Question mark.
I think it's rare. I don't think it's very rare. I mean, I could find this at a pinch real quick.
Oh no, it's fine. He'll look at it and he'll quote it. I'd say
It's just it's an uncommon.
uncommon. Okay. I'd say that this is roughly. I'll give you about 1,000 gold for it.
I look it over. I know dwarves. I give him an insight check on the off chance that he's trying to short me.
Go for it.
15. Not terrible, despite the old being real tired.
Yeah, he is one of 3 to 4 magic item sellers here. He's not in the business of shortchanging people. It's one of those things of like, if he shortchanges you, you'll take it to someone else, and he'd rather just take the sale. Especially if it's a weapon that he is clearly interested in, that he could maybe either make more of, or, just sell if he can't.
I also had a question. You ever deal in dancing weapons? The ones that attack on their own?
He nods. Dealt in a couple of them. You looking to commission one?
I have thoughts, yes. I have a few blades that would be nice to have enchanted in such a way. But more of a passing fancy rather than a need. It would really determine on what you'd be charging. She pulls one of the adamantine krises she has and lays it on the counter. It would be this one.
Well, I'd have to ask you, what is it how many you're looking to enchant, and if you're looking to have them dance around just you specifically, or anyone that happens to attune.
Kind of has a moment where her head kind of turns almost quizzically. I was under the impression such an enchantment was attunement.
Oh, it can be.
Can be. So you could make blades that dance and attack along with me that wouldn't be attunement.
Aye, but they would only work for you specifically. Meaning, if you died, they'd be useless to anyone else. Aside from as normal stabbing instruments.
Right. Would they retain their adamantine quality?
Well, they're made of it, aren't they? Don't see why
They
they
are.
wouldn't.
What would you charge for this?
I'd have to charge you about, normally speaking, for a regular dancing enchantment, it's about, 5,000 a pop, considering the rarity of it. However, seeing as how it'd only be attuned to just the one person, probably knock it down to 2,500 per blade.
How long could you? How long would it take to do several?
I'd probably give it to you after, take me about, say, about a day per one you want done. But, if you give me your, stamp, I can have them sent out to you via courier. If you're not staying in town for that long.
How many can you comfortably make to work with one person? What is there an upper limit of how many can be used at a time?
Most I've ever seen used at a point in time is 9. But those were straining on the individual from what I heard. So
In
safest
what way? Physically or mentally?
both.
Hmm.
You see, the more of these here things you got dancing around on ya, the more your concentration can wane, so to speak.
In game terms, Shad?
In game terms, basically you can have a number equal to your proficiency bonus, but if you have more than half your proficiency bonus rounded down, active at a point in time, it requires concentration.
She chaps her chin.
So at current level, 4 blades is your limit, 2 is limit without concentration.
Hmm. Interesting. Let's do 2. I will give you the javelin and 3,000 and call it a deal. How's that sound?
Javelin 3,000 would be 1,000 short of your 5,000
it
gold price
250?
tag. He nods.
Oh.
However,
Oops.
that is a deal you can try and make with him. So go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
At disadvantage.
Yeah, disadvantage.
What's my importance for today?
I will say that Eloise will step in and give you advantage to cancel it out. She'll say, I mean, if these enchantments are going to be relatively useless to anyone else, would 1,000 gold difference really make that much of a difference? If you are also gaining a weapon that you could pull the enchantment off of to make more of, if you don't have it already.
You also don't seem to be drowning in business.
All right, now go ahead and make your persuasion.
14.
14? 14? Okay. All right. You see him kind of like stroke his beard a couple times before he nods. Your blue friend there makes a bit of sense. And you're right, not really drowning in business just yet at the very least, not with all these talks of peace going around. Spits on the ground. So yeah, sure. 3,000 gold in the javelin, you got the 2 blades.
Fantastic. She fishes out the gold pieces, sets them down in front of him, stack by stack.
He'll pull out a small iron seal, like a wax seal, and he'll hold out his hand. Your right hand, please.
Kind of hesitates. This is a type of tracking.
He nods. That's so your package gets delivered to the right person in the right place at the right time.
Understand. I am currently diffused against much of this. So, is there by
Eloise
chance
holds
a
up a hand. Oh,
physical? Is there perhaps a physical object we can take and set somewhere where it will be transmitted from, rather than myself?
Sure. He'll put his seal away and he'll pull out a small ring instead and he'll place it on the countertop. There you go.
Lovely. Thank you. You have a lovely.
And of course, that'll be an extra 100 gold for the ring.
Did you not want it back when the courier came?
Well, that's the price for holding on to it. You'll get your gold back whenever the courier delivers the package and takes the ring.
I see. A holding. Very well. He takes 100 out, places it. Thank you. Your store is quite nice, and you are a personable merchant.
I certainly try and be. You two have yourselves a wonderful day. I'll get to, where's your second crisp blade?
Oh, forgive. She pulls the second, just from the same pocket.
Right.
Places it on the counter.
He'll take both of them and he'll place them behind the counter. Get to work on these later. You'll have them in 3 days' time max.
Lovely. Oh, would you mind perhaps pointing me in the direction of one of the other two shops that probably deals more in wizard artifice?
You're gonna want this, you see, there's two shops. Well, there's two shops I can think of. One's a bit more new and recent. Got a traveler doing it. Not one of them Vitrium travelers, but just a outsider doing it. And the other is Quora Quarry. There you go. That's the name of the shop.
All right. Your opinion of which of the two is better?
I know Cora. Been knowing her for a little while now. She's solid work. This newcomer's got flashy gadgetry stuff. Fine craftsmanship for sure, but they're a bit strange. He shrugs. Up to you which one you're worth more.
And then I ask him for directions, and he gives them to me. And then we go.
All right. Well, which one you going to?
Quarry.
Okay.
You always go home. You always go with the home first, and then you pick the weirdo last, so people don't be like, "Oh, I see her."
All right, fair enough.
With
then.
outsiders first. I can't, get any discounts I can before I go visit the weirdo.
All right then. So yeah, you begin to make your way towards Quora Quarry, and that is where I'm going to pull away from you for the moment.
Very well.
Moving on to, I believe it's Agathar and Soren next. Yes. So the two of you are currently shopping for groceries with Soren's mom. And so far, it's been not that eventful. What are your passive perceptions, Smile?
Not high enough. 12.
17.
Ooh, okay. Then
Aggie is actively looking around, being like a scout.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well, then, Agathar, go ahead and roll for me a perception check, an active one.
All right. Well, let me watch me roll lower than my passive. I did.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Active checks, they have a lower DC than for specifically what this is. The active check is lower than the passive check.
B.
So as the two of you were kind of just like meandering about, both of you would hear rumors of peace between the dwarven king.
Soren rips his ears out the moment he hears the word rumors.
Shoot myself.
But yeah,
Hey,
peace between the dwarven kings, and a lot of spitting on the ground at the mention of the word peace, and so on and so forth. And it's just something the two of you would notice is kind of just like hanging around in the air. And you would both note that there's just this air of discontentment and disbelief that the king of Therboulder would stoop so low as to accept peace with Bernolder's king.
Is there any indication of why that's unaccepted or unacceptable? And within the rumors,
Tradition.
just tradition.
Tradition, honor, hierarchy. It's basically it's one of those things of like it's been this way for so long. Why are they changing it now? We are competitors, not friends. They're spitting on our ancestors and everything that they strive to build in both these cities by committing to peace. Think of it like two rival basketball teams decide to consolidate into one basketball. And this is the reaction of the fans. The fans are like, "No, why the fuck are you doing that? We were having good matches with each other. Fuck this."
And Soren will will have a concerned look on his face as he's listening to all of this, and he just starts talking to his dear old racist mother and just asks, "So why is what kind of traditions are they angry about being stepped on here?"
Oh, what were you talking about, son?
Did you not hear what everyone was saying?
No, I've been too busy concentrating on getting the right ingredients.
Oh, I see. Well, apparently, the kings of Therboulder and Bernoller have come to peace. People are talking about it all around us.
Oh, well, as far as I know, it's just always been that way. You know? Therboulder and Bernoller are always at odds with each other. You know? The kings aren't really ever peaceful types. They're competitors.
What do they compete in?
Gems, origin, basically for the human kingdoms and its supply for metal and metal armors and stuff. You got a lot of people out there that say that Therboulder has the best plate mail. Other people say that Bernoller has the best plate mail.
So does it all come from the human kingdoms, or is a lot of it produced in those two cities?
No, like these two cities are the ones that produce all the metal and all the swords and all the gems and all the other stuff for all these different places over throughout Vuori.
I mean, they're both dwarven towns, so that makes sense. Well, I suppose wanting competition helps you to get better.
Well, that, and there's also the wars. There was a big war between the two kings and their subjects, or their ancestors at the very least. Just hundreds of years ago.
when it comes to war, that's probably taking it a little bit too seriously, in my opinion.
Aye, but here's the
that's just me.
thing. Dwarves hold grudges. They hold them for centuries, even. Have a whole book of them.
But they do live for a long time, don't they?
She nods. They've been fighting and skirmishing for the past hundreds and so on of years. They have a lot of debts in those books, a lot of grudges. And now they're saying that all those grudges are suddenly forgiven. Just gone.
Kind of strikes me as a twisted form of honor.
What you saying?
This kind of strikes me as a twisted form of honor.
She shrugs. I mean, hasn't really affected me all that much. My husband minds, and I'm just, the housewife. Haha.
Well, hopefully it doesn't, and hopefully the peace between them will further reduce the chances of it affecting you. Would hate for you to get drawn into a big conflict like a war.
I'm thinking that and with all that being talked about, I'm thinking your whole plan to have me leave this place might be a bit better than, normal. Although, oh no! What'll I say to all the girls at the sewing circle?
Well, it was only a plan if you wanted to. I just wanted you to see the world is all.
But I don't want to be in a place that's about to be beset upon by wars and stuff.
Well, I know you probably wouldn't feel too comfy about living there, given how you see the place, but Vitrium's a very peaceful place.
Have you ever seen Soul Eater?
No.
Oh my god.
Did you do the Excalibur phase?
Yes.
Yeah.
G-Man
I
gets
know
it
that
immediately.
At least I know that.
Meanwhile, my old ass is like, no.
So, like... basically, you see her face just kind of go, ugh, and she kind of like looks off to the side, like big frown on her face, like, maybe not Vitrium. Place is full of weirdos and stuff.
Wait, do you think I'm a weirdo?
Well, you're not from Vitrium. You're from the
No.
clan.
No, but I lived in Vitrium for well over a decade.
Oh, yeah. That's right. That's why you're a boy kisser now. And you have a harem.
I wouldn't say that's the reason I'm bi.
Been getting involved in
Soren,
all them weird orgies.
Soren could kind of hear a little, like a snark.
He's gonna go, oi, that ain't the reason I'm bi. It's just something I've denied for a while, and then saw that that's what I was. You don't get turned gay or bi. It's just something you discover about yourself.
You sure?
You probably didn't.
I heard it's something in the water.
It started with the friggin' frogs.
I heard that there are bards in a town there that if they see ya, they give you a wink and a pink laser beam comes down and suddenly you like kissing boys and girls if you're a girl.
Yeah, hold on a second. Okay. Soren just stops himself from laughing at that. But Agathar could probably tell that he almost did.
They grouped up with old Zenith, and now they have gay laser beams.
I simultaneously love and hate Mom.
Laser beams.
Beams, Soren.
Gay laser beams, Soren.
Gay laser beams.
I was in. I ain't even gonna say the name of the town, but I've been there, and no laser beams hit me. In fact, I didn't even discover that I was by while I was there.
But
That
how would you
happened
know if a
months
laser?
later.
But how would you know if a laser beam hits you? If it's just happened all of a sudden?
Well, I'd probably either hear it, see it, or feel it.
Hmm. That also doesn't explain the water there. It's magic, they say.
Well, do you not? Are you now saying that I'm bi because of the water?
She does not answer that question. The answer is very much implied, though.
Soren can hear like the gentle voice of, well, they're still researching the water, so you know there could be other side effects of it. He's, like still kind of like with a shit-eating. He can tell that he's a shit-eating grin when he's saying this.
Sora just sighs and smiles and says, "I'm pretty sure it ain't anything with the water, Mom."
Is that why you're a snabbit now? Did you drink too much of the
No.
water there and you got turned into a snabbit?
No, the snabbit thing happened after being or having a sting hold on, let me rephrase. After having the poison training done after 4 weeks.
Oh. Did you drink water while doing that?
Well, but I wasn't in Vitrium for the majority of it.
Oh. Where were you then?
I was in Mirzai.
Oh, well, I can't go to Mirzai now. I don't want to become a snabbit.
Well, that's the area of no, Mom. It was from the training that I elected to take and was given to me.
I never heard of no training that could turn you into a snabbit before.
It's quite specific. Specific.
Oh, okay. Well, you'll need to convince your father to let us go to Vitrium.
Oh
I
no.
have to convince Father.
I don't know what's going to be harder, convincing him to go to Vitrium or to convince him that you're snap at the boy kisser.
Soren snarks at that.
Oh, is your... She kind of like looks left and right conspiratorially before she leans in. Is your invisible boyfriend telling you jokes?
Hey, let's go with that.
You look crazy.
All right, you want me to hold on? Who's all like? Are there a lot of people around?
You're in a market. There's a fair few people.
Okay. Yeah. Have any of them like had any reaction to seeing the snoring? Wow, Soren as he is right now.
Like the reactions you get from people are just like, oh, that's a weird one there, and they just kind of like ignore you. And then, like, on occasion, like, basically people are, like, staring at you, and then they hear Vitrium, and they're like, oh, that's why. And they kind of just, like, leave you alone.
He's one of them weirdo scalies.
Don't want to be one of them boy kissers, no sir.
One of them weirdo Vitramites.
One of them scaly boy kissers.
Bitten by a kobold, was he?
Yes.
Numerous times, and I ain't gonna tell you where.
Oh!
You can see the marks.
Soren is now wearing the term weirdo as a badge of pride.
Hell yeah. So yeah, no, that's like the general reaction you're getting is just people kind of like walking by, they're staring at you for a little bit, and they hear Vitrium, and they're like, "Oh, okay," and they just leave. They're like, "No, I know all."
It.
Yeah, pretty much, literally that. Just like, "Oh no, that explains it. I get it. I know all I need to know about you."
Soren doesn't care. It just rolls off of his back.
I would hope it would.
He's just got a grin on his face. He's like, "Oh, these poor deprived children." But yeah, but yeah, the Soren just says, but I ain't bi because of any bi laser or any boy kissing laser or any bird laser coming from the sky. I ain't. It's just something I discovered while I was out in Mirzai. It's something, and I realized it was something I just denied myself practically my entire life. And you know why I was denied it? And I was denying it
Why is that?
because of how I grew up in the Eteri encampment. Remember how they tried to tell everyone to keep to opposite sexes for relationships. And they went so far as to spread fear as it would make you dirty or it would do other things that would be untowards. But granted, it was to try to keep the population good.
I
But
mean, I would
they used
I would say there's a bit of merit there. Just look at you. You got scales now.
again, that has nothing to do with me being bi. It's a completely different thing.
I believe the term Soren would be looking for is that's called conjecture.
Yes. See, that's and that's what we call conjecture.
What's that?
Conjecture is God's.
Tangus, did you get that in Vitrium?
That's
Is
what
that
the
a new
weirdo words.
disease?
You got the conjecture vitus?
Did you get it from the kobold?
Is that a new disease?
No, Mom. It's when you reach a conclusion based on opinion, inconclusive or an inconclusive or with evidence that ain't even there. It's something you've been told you don't know about, and you're making your entire judgment based off of it.
Oh, that
You haven't
sounds like a
seen
made-up
it.
word.
Well, if you think about it, every single word we have is made up, but it means something, right?
Aye, that's no way to talk about the common tongue. It's nice and simple. Everyone knows it. Everyone understands it.
Aye, but there are some words that some of us don't know, like you don't know what conjecture is.
I don't want to talk
That is
about
a
this
natural word.
anymore. She turns around and leaves.
he he sighs and goes, "Oh, that was harsh, Soren. Don't ever do that again." I'll
No,
get to you,
do
Mom.
it again. Please, it's entertaining.
I soy, but it ain't gonna get her where we want her to be.
Yes. We'll need a pink laser to do that.
Soren doesn't smirk.
Agathar absolutely snirks.
Soy Fang pushes popcorn to both of your hands. Here, enjoy.
This is me Ma you're talking about.
Oh no. Not Yima.
Delicious.
I takes the popcorn and it just disappears in thin air.
You shouldn't be dating my husband if you didn't want this.
I'll agree, it's entertaining.
Anyway, you run to catch up with her. She's just shopping now.
He's gonna catch up to her and say, "Mom, I'm sorry. I came off really harsh there at you. I didn't mean to."
Aye, you did? You were saying I'm stupid? I'm not.
I didn't think that at all. I was just saying that there are some words that some of us don't know. Like I'm sure there are a number of words in the common tongue that I ain't aware of yet.
Oh, look at you. Did you get a college education while you were there?
Didn't really have time. I was busy fighting for my life, trying to survive. I didn't have the money to go to college.
Roll a deception.
Why is that a deception?
Because you're a graduate of the Deepwood College of Magic.
Well, Soren's not thinking of that right now. Like she said, I mean, have you gotten a college education? This isn't what he went through in the tower was not an education.
Oh, it was though. It was though.
Not
Not
in
the
Soren's
education
mind.
that she's talking about.
I mean, like, I will give you a fair enough, not in Soren's mind, but he did learn how to use scrolls after that. So, I mean, he learned something.
That is true.
See, I was gonna say, I feel like the definition of the tower is just you gonna learn today.
Pretty much.
Yes, exactly.
Soren then stops himself and goes, "You know what? I guess I did get somewhat of a college education."
Oh, there you go. You go off to college, you get yourself a degree, a piece of paper that says, "Oh, I'm from college now, I'm smart now." And then you think you're better than everyone else who doesn't have one. That's mean.
He narrows his eyes at her and goes, "That really ain't me, but I guess it's fair given what I just did."
But it's okay, son. I love you regardless.
I love you too, Mom.
And I accept your apology too. I'm sorry if I got so heated.
Oh, it happens, Mom. He reaches over to hug her.
She'll hug you back. She'll pat you on the back a couple times. Now, Soren,
Hmm.
would you be a dear and hold these boxes for me, please?
Sure. How heavy are the boxes?
They're not very hot. They're not very heavy because like your mom is a normal person, so like she can't lift and carry a bunch. So yeah, she hands you like a few boxes and stuff, and then she kind of like turns around. You guys make your way further down, and then she kind of like glances over and she's like, "Oh no, the price of eggs is so high." At which point,
Topical.
we will cut away.
Soren will still buy the eggs for his mother, though.
Oh, that's nice of him. So Rencois, you and Neotol arrive back at the carriage, seemingly, without unmolested, with nothing really worrying happening. And when the both of you arrive, you would see inside the cart is Amalia, currently tucked away in a corner, just kind of like moping, obviously, because there's no one making food for her. And it's dinner time for the third time for like the morning time dinner time.
I've had first breakfast, yes. What about seventh breakfast?
Exactly. You would also see that Cinder, Ash, and Ember are currently in the middle of playing a game of cards. They have colorful designs on them, and you see Ash toss down a card, and Cinder go, "Ah, this is the fourth time you skipped me!" Oh no. How terrible to skip someone's turn who's about to win the game, no? But this is the first time it has happened. At least give me a draw 4 instead. At which point, Ember throws down a draw 4, and then Ash throws down a draw 4, and he's like, "Ah! No!" And he's forced to draw 8.
The murder. They witnessed the murder.
The girls snicker. Neotol looks to you, Rencois. Do we approach him, or do we kind of like wait around a little bit?
I suppose just should kind of waltz up slowly Is now a bad time?
Cinder looks to you, looks to his now 9-card hand, looks to his siblings with 2 cards each, and goes, "Yes, now is the perfect time, actually." And then kind of like he folds up his hand, slaps it on the table, and then gets up. What is it you what is it you need?
Well, we were wondering if any of you perchance had, uh, you know, cloths or
Colorful bolts of clothing that one
what?
could use to tailor things.
That, yes.
Cinder strokes the chin of his mask. Ah, so you are looking to tailor something colorful, no? We have the perfect colors for everything. No? To which both of his siblings just nod and go, no?
So is that a yes, no, or a no, no? I get confused sometimes.
And that is the point, no? And he'll kind of like hook an arm around you and kind of like lead you away from the table. So what are you looking for exactly? What colors do you have in your mind? No?
I believe we were looking for uh, violet, forest green, black. Were there any other colors you wanted me at all?
This is your outfit, hun. You know, you tell me.
Yes, but I know absolutely nothing about color theory.
You know what? You're right about that. Here, tell you what. Why? Here, tell you what. Cinder, you and me together, please. I will tell you what colors we're looking. You trust me, right?
Of course.
All right, then you sit down over there at the table, and me and Cinder over here will be right back in 15 minutes or so. Cinder waves a hand, give or take. Is Rencois okay
Very
with
well.
this? All right.
And I think she's gonna sit down at the table and pick up the cards.
The two of them give you a thumbs up, and then they kind of just like rush off, and they begin chattering to each other and giggling, just like Ash and Ember look at you picking up Cinder's cards, and Ash says, "Ah, a new player enters the game."
She just kind of fans at the cards and looks at them. Why are there so many colors? Are these supposed to be the suits?
Ah, no, it is a different game, says Ash. You see, this one is a game of colors and numbers. You see, you may only play a card of which you have a corresponding color, or a card that has the same number as the one currently played. If you do not have a card of the color or the number that matches what is currently in play, then you must draw from the deck until you get one to play. The goal is to have only one card remaining, at which point you call Uno. And then you must
And
get rid of that
then
one
you win?
card.
Oh,
If you do not call Uno, and someone else calls you on it before you do, then you must draw a full grip of 7.
I see.
And there are, of
I
course,
think I
special
get it.
cards. Yes, and there are, of course, special cards that allow you to skip a person's turn, to reverse the turn order, to make people draw cards, and so on and so forth. To change the suit number. Other things.
Oh, okay, I think I get it.
So, now that you have inherited our brother's hand, you may, of course, continue playing for him. The current color is blue. And you will find that there are 2 blues in your hand.
Technically, the current color is a +4, which is all the colors.
Yes. Oh yeah, you're right. Ash taps the card and says, "The current color is blue."
Oh, okay. So then, blue 3.
Ember looks at the color and goes, "You couldn't have named yellow instead?" And she'll draw 3 cards before she puts down a blue 8. Of course I can't. I have to name the winning color, no? Says Ash as she sets down a blue 6 and says, "Uno."
What's this one? She'll put a blue reverse.
I believe that is me winning this game. And she will put down a blue 1. And Ember's like, "Aw, not fair." Ash will then hold out a hand to you, Rencois. "Thank you for giving me the game, no?"
You're welcome, I think.
You see, you returned the order back to me, which allowed me to play as the second blue card in my hand. And thus,
Right.
I had no cards in my hand remaining. Now, what would you like to do? What would you like to do, Rencois, since you was the one with the most points and thus the loser of that particular game? She will.
Hey, first off, it doesn't count against me. Your brother is the loser of this game.
Oh, really now? Well, I suppose you are right in that manner, no? She picks up all the cards and begins to bridge shuffle them and very dexterously manipulate them between your fingers. Well then, as the new guest, you get to determine what game we play next.
I guess this one? I didn't really get to play.
Oh, so you wish to play Uno?
Sure.
Then we shall play. And she will shuffle up the deck, deal out 7 cards to all 3 of you. You guys pick up your hands, and the 3 of you begin to play. Rencois, roll for me a 1d100.
Watch this nat 100 right here. Bam. 35. It's like a 100. If you squint, then close your eyes all the way and picture a 100.
All right, then. Well, the game goes...
My God, you're right.
The game goes
Right, you saw
about...
it. So
So the game goes about similarly to the first game, where the 3 of you play and you slowly whittle down your hands, and there's a few draws and so on and so forth here and there, but ultimately Ash is the winner again. And as she folds up the cards and she shuffles them up again, she looks over to Ember, who is the one holding the most cards at the end of the game, and says, so Ember, you are the one who loses this game, no? I don't like Uno no more. We shall play, spades, yes. Ash looks over to you, Rencois. Are you okay with spades?
sure. I feel like there's only so many spades in a deck, though. How do you play a game with them?
That is the fun thing about it. Have you ever played spades IRL?
Pretty sure I have at some point in my life.
Okay.
Not enough to tell you what the fuck the rules are.
Okay, so basically the way spades work is you deal out the whole deck of cards, and you have the spades as a suit of cards that will always win. And you're basically looking to play out the highest card in a suite that you have available to take as many tricks as you can. So on and so forth. So if you... And basically you have to play out the card of the suit that you have, if it's available. If you don't have it available, then you play out a spade instead. So, say for example, you have a 2 of clubs and an ace of clubs. And someone puts out a king of clubs. You then can choose to put out 2 of clubs or the ace of clubs. If you put out the 2 of clubs and then someone doesn't have another club in their hand, they put out a spade, then that trick goes to them immediately, and now spades have been broken and can be played whenever you want them to be. It's a game that requires you to basically strategize when you play out the low card in your hand of a suite versus the high card in your hand to try and take as many tricks as possible. Because you know what's in your hand, but not what's in other people's hands. If that makes sense. So yes, another D100 roll, please. And of course, during this, you may, of course, have a conversation with either of these two individuals.
We went up by
Jeez.
1. 36.
All right, then. So, as the 3 of you play this game of spades, it's easy to pick up. But at the same time, though, it seems as if the person who holds the most spades at the end of the game, and thus is able to take the most tricks at the end of the game, is Ash again. With Ember taking the least tricks. And you taking, I would say, we'll say 8. Ah, and that is the game, Ash says, putting down the ace of spades on top of your king of hearts and Ember's queen of hearts. You are quite good at these games, no, Rencois?
Debatably, considering I keep losing.
Ah, but it is always a close shave, is it not?
One more go then.
Ah, but of course. Ember pouts. I've been fond of these days. And another D100 roll.
21.
Oh my good lord. Is there anything you'd like to talk about with these two while you're playing before I move on?
No, she's concentrating.
Okay. So, as you're concentrating...
She's struggling.
Yeah, as you're concentrating, as you're struggling about, this time, it is not even close. Ash wins again by, like, a landslide. Like, you don't know how bad both yours and Ember's luck is, but this woman managed to get every single spade in her hand, pretty much. With the exception of, like, the 2 lowest spades. And at the end of it, whenever she lays down the ace of spades once again, she shrugs like, ah, and that is the game. She smiles.
I mean, I guess I should know better than to try to outplay a traveler.
Oh. Is this a j'accusement I hear?
I mean, if you consider complimenting your skill as an accusation.
That is fair enough, no?
No?
Oh! You know, it is always so lovely whenever other people play along, no? He will slowly fold the cards up and shuffle them about before making the whole deck disappear. But we are a tricksy folk, are we not?
Perhaps. Who knows?
I don't. The two of them giggle about that. At which point, Cinder and Neatal return. All right, Rencois. I managed to get the whole thing done.
Oh, wait, like the entire outfit?
Yes, it will need some size adjustment, obviously. I made it a bit bigger and frumpier on purpose to kind of like, have it to be where I could size it on you properly. But I managed to get the bare bones of the outfit kind of done, and I'm a little excited about it.
Uh, yes, oh, sure.
She'll turn. Thanks again, Cinder. Like a lot for just like all of your material and stuff. And he's like, it is no problem, no. At which point, Ash stands up and walks over to him before hooking him into a headlock. And you, brother, lost your hand of Uno. What? No, I didn't. I put it down and... He looks over to Rencois. Oh, no. You didn't play for me, did you?
Sorry.
But she is not sorry, no? Oh, no! What have you done? What have you... Ah! He gets pulled away. Ember then stands up and gives Rencois a small bow. Sorry, family matters, no? And she will, scamper off as well.
Well, let us see what you've cooked up.
Oh, I cooked. You can call me a regular chef at this point. At which point, Amalia sits up like, cooking? Food? Is there stuff? Huh?
No, not yet, Amalia. Wait until lunchtime.
Oh, okay. She goes back to flopping down and just like slowly congealing out of her exoskeletal form. Should we be worried about that?
No, it'll be fine. She's always like that.
Fair enough. And so the two of you make your way up to your room. And upon entry into your room, you would see that the outfit currently upon a little like doll mannequin stand is comprised of a long flowing black cloak that has kind of like a little raven fur pattern to it. The interior outfit is a dark purple like shirt with like a little dress underneath it and what looked to be pants as well underneath. And the material has like this light green kind of like swirling pattern to like the vest portion of it. So it's like oh geez, how would I how am I I'm like having a terrible time describing this. It's like It's like you have a shirt with like a little vest on top of it, and the vest on top of it is of a darker color with a light swirling pattern of that, earthy green tone textured to it. The cloak itself is black with a like midnight blue interior to it. And there's, of course, a little hat on top of it as well. That seems to be formed of... That seems to have, like, a floral pattern to it, with, like, these, brambly little thorns kind of, like, collected along the exterior design of it. Like, think of it like a rose bush is designed on top of it. It is an outfit that is a mixture of druidic with some kind of like spellcastery vibes while also being utilitarian in that you can still punch and kick in it.
She'll kind of walk up and inspect the dress, kind of rubbing the material between her fingers.
It is a fine, soft material.
Soft.
Yeah, and watch this. And she'll kind of like walk over to where the skirt is, and she will pinch it, and she'll pull the material off of the skirt to reveal just pants underneath. And then she'll take the skirt and she'll flip it around, and it forms a covering for the cloak that can then be shifted upwards into a hood. Eh? This material is actually waterproof.
I can't say I've ever seen a convertible hood skirt before.
Oh, that's not the only thing that's convertible on it. She'll take the vest. She'll take the vest and she'll pop it off the chest, and she'll show you a zipper in the back of it. She'll then unzip that section, and then she'll say, "Hold out your arm, please."
Okay.
Then she'll put one half of the vest around your arm, like a vambrace. And then she'll put the other half of the vest around the other arm, like a vambrace as well. Eh? Vambraces.
I see.
But wait! There's more! And then she'll proceed to lift up the cloak itself. And she'll show you a inline seam along the interior of it. You can put your arm in there. And if you put your arm in there, and she'll kind of like shove her arm inside. Then she'll like lift it up, and it looks like a giant wing. Like she basically makes the cloak like a giant wing. Eh? You can use it to cover people.
I suppose so.
She'll pull her arm out of it. And then she'll kind of like detach the vambraces, and then she'll zip it back up and she'll make it a vest again. Put it back on the outfit. And then she'll take the hood off and she'll put it right around the waist again. Of course, there's other features that are like, malleable. Like the shirt and the pants can also be taken off and turned into shorts, or, a different style of shirt. Like you can basically pull the sleeves off and make gloves out of them, even like long sleeve gloves. In fact, she'll kind of like pull one sleeve off, one like long sleeve off. She'll show you how you can like kind of you know how like long sleeve dress shirts, how they have like that bit of like material at the top where like the button goes.
Vaguely.
Yes, that can become like a set of fingerless gloves. Like long-sleeved fingerless gloves.
This Seems like a lot.
Is it too much?
No, I suppose I was just expecting something a bit simpler.
Well, I mean, I never really do anything with half measures. And you're
I
worth
suppose
it.
not.
I want you to look good. I want you to feel good. You know?
Thank you, Neatal. It is lovely.
Well, I also may have done a little something extra.
You mean on top of the other, like, 4 extras?
Yes, actually.
How many more extras do you have?
As many extra extras as I need. She'll smile and she'll walk over to your bed. And she will very gently lift up a pillow. And just behind the pillow is a half and half rabbit plushie. Half of it is this light cream colored fur. The other half is this dark marble granite fur with 2 big button eyes. One that looks like it's made out of emerald. The other looks like it's made out of a sapphire. With a little necklace around the center of it that is that looks to be a pearl and onyx swirled together. Ta-da! It's Knuckleable Me in small form.
She'll take it and kind of turn it over in her hand, smiling at it. So is this what you were doing with the buttons and the cotton and things then?
Well, yeah. You know, I don't see why I wouldn't. I know that you have trouble sleeping on occasion. And I know that you don't really like, making me tired. Because you're sleeping with Latane and so on and so forth. And I, I just wanted to help you out with that. I'm not sure if it will help, but I mean, it's something.
It is something. Thank you.
She'll smile at you. You also, that necklace, I also kind of, yeah, I saw it and I thought about you. Apparently that is some form of weird moonstone. That's, like, not naturally occurring in this particular area.
Wait, I'm confused. What necklace?
There was a necklace around the plushie.
Oh, okay.
Yes. The one that looks like it's onyx and pearl mixed together.
Got it. I say, well, it is very beautiful.
Yeah. I thought you'd like. It was very hard to keep that one to keep that one in particular a secret from you, but I think I managed.
I think you did. And she'll reach over and wrap her in a hug.
And she'll hug you back.
Thank you, Niata. This day was nice.
It was pretty nice for me too. And unless you have anything else you'd like to say or add, we will switch scenes.
Alrighty.
Okay. And we then move on to who is currently going to to the quarry, as they call it. So you make your way in, and this particular store is ran by a dwarven woman that has like this shock of bright red hair that is like sticking straight up like a troll doll, pretty much, with a set of emerald robes and a collection of kind of like ruby crystals kind of like studding the front of it, making kind of like a making an outfit. She turns and looks at the two of you. Yes, good evening, the two of you. Ladies, I see that you are here in my shop of magical accoutrement. May I ask what it is you are here for?
Currently I am just browsing, seeing what your fine city and its magical wares have to offer.
But of course. And might I ask what it is you're looking for specifically, darling?
Suppose nothing in particular. I wanted to see what it is you've made that you're particularly proud of. That you have in stock.
Something that I'm particularly proud of. Allow me to think for but a moment. She kind of pauses and ponders as I look things. Yes, I believe I have a set of robes that I am especially.
Oh?
Yes, although I believe they might be way too far outside of your particular price range. No offense.
I'm currently holding like a two different, like you said I had my stabs and things, which I thought thought was hilarious that like Eloise couldn't find me, but with the very distinct double dragon staff.
He was more referring to Eloise and her staff.
Oh, I still have my robe of stars on, which is
no.
I don't have anything.
Sorry.
Amazing.
They ran you of your shit when you gave up. I'm sorry.
Fine. I would caution you to not judge someone by their appearances, especially when walking through new places they are unfamiliar.
Oh, I'm not judging you of your appearance. I suppose I am. But you have to give me the benefit of the doubt here. I apologize. Anyway, she will go over to a display case that has runic glyphs adorning it and contain a set of very elegant clothing. Like a set of very elegant, like, robes. They are black robes with silvery runes and a gold inlay to them. And you can see that these particular robes are highly magical. In fact, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check.
Or 18.
Those are some legendary robes right there. One
Yes,
might
but
even.
I see them being of a black coloring.
Yeah, and?
So she's looking it over.
These are robes of the Archmage.
And they're black.
Yes. I know. I understand what that means. It doesn't mean shit in this setting.
Oh, okay.
Basically, these robes are they're black and gold for specifically aesthetic purposes, not for.
I was about to say, it's like at the moment Morrigan is no longer of an evil alignment and couldn't wear the typically black archmage robes.
Yes.
She spies it and kind of like, oh, this is interesting. You may be
Yes.
right. I might not be able to afford it, but I would be remiss without asking what your price is.
1 million gold pieces.
I can put up quite a fight, but not that fight.
Yes, like I said, I did not think that you or particularly anyone could buy these particular robes.
That does pose a problem, though, doesn't it?
Well, it took me 50 years to make this item.
It did it. And how long has it been sitting here?
About 2.
I was hoping she'd keep going. 200 years it's been sitting here. It's like, no, just 2. I just finished it. Oh.
She literally did just finish it.
If only you had finished it a bit further back, I'd be able to stand on some kind of ground here.
Yes, I know.
Any wiggle room on that price?
No, not at the moment. Although, considering your gnomish nature, you could probably give it roughly another 30, 40 years to come back, and I would probably be willing to drop the price at that point in time if no one's bought it.
Kind of huffs looking at it. Would be so very close.
I know. On the bright side, I do have other things that I would be more than willing to sell to you that are a bit more on the reasonable side of the price range.
I do have to ask, why would you sell such a thing and not just use it yourself?
Simple. It's a lot easier to kill me and take it than it is to take it from the display.
Isn't that a fact?
As in if I were wearing it.
I understand. So you made this to sell. You were never intending on using it.
Oh, but of course. Such an item is only useful in the hands of those that could make true use of it. I never could. I'm not leaving this place, and I don't plan to be anything more than a smith.
Rubbing her chin. Well, I'll continue to mull on ways to perhaps change your mind on that price. But for now, what else do you have for one of my ilk to peruse?
Ah, but of course, I have a pair of slippers that allow you to walk upon walls that are very fancy indeed. I have your traditional, cutesy little staves of adornment, a few staves of fireballs, some staves of cold, staves of lightning, and so on and so forth. The usual things, as one might assume. I even recently made a cloak of elven kind recently for the more unassuming individuals.
Thinks for a moment. Don't think at any point he could get any stealthier. I don't think it's even worth giving it.
Agathar's eyes lens flare for no reason.
Anything a bit more. I have the funds to get something more powerful than these things. I truly don't know if I could come close to the robe as much as I would like. I have things I can offer in exchange. I have rare objects that I have collected that could be worth several 100,000, just not 1,000,000. So, what else do you have under the glass that is a little more potent?
Well, I also do commission work.
Looks at the robe. Only imagine commissioning such a thing would take 50 years and cost twice as much. Well, no, it would have to be
Depends
less
on
than
what
that.
you're looking to commission, yes. As I said, this is my magnum opus. The result of 50 years of being in my craft, so to speak.
Yes. Out of character, am I to assume you've rolled for the shop's loot and the robe was the only thing of note besides the other small things you've mentioned?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like I said, there's like other things here, but like, yeah, about.
I'm just saying the robe that's artifact pricing.
Yeah.
Oh well. Well, I suppose I can't really. Well, I do have something I would enjoy having a little more oomph. Perhaps you can enhance it.
Where are you asking her to enhance?
Grimoire
Oh yes. What is your current grimoire plussing?
+1. I would love +3.
Oh, of course you would love +3. Well, if this is your grimoire, correct?
It is.
Okay. I would be more than willing to enhance this particular grimoire since you have a base here. It will take a little less time, but you'll be without your grimoire for a week.
Well, I have several books at this point with my spells etched in them, so it will not be terribly unfortunate.
I suppose. If you are confident, then fair enough. I can certainly take this off your hands. And the price of upgrading it will be... I will say 25,000.
That would be to +3 or +2?
To... Oh, it's... You said it was +2 already, right?
No, +1, Shad.
Oh, shit. Okay, then, well... And how far are you wanting to enhance it to? I can go all the way up to the highest tier of enchantment possible.
I would prefer that.
Then yes, that will be roughly 25,000.
Hums for a moment. Do you take liquid assets?
I'd be willing to look at what you have and offer a trade, yes.
Let me see. Let me check something real quick. Come on. Ivy Tools is acting a fool. What level is Power Word Pain?
Power Word Pain, I believe, is 7th level? It's 7th or 8th level.
7th or 8th.
Power Word Pain is
Right.
7th level. Yes, I was correct.
That would make a scroll of it very rare.
Yes, it would.
She reaches into her bag and pulls a sealed scroll from it and rests it on the counter. I believe this could bridge much of the gap.
She will pluck the scroll up. She'll open it up and read it. And then she'll close it back up. Yes, it shall be sufficient to knock off, I will say, 10,000 gold from the price, so 15,000 gold pieces.
Oof, shit, killing me here.
It is a one-shot scroll versus a +3 to both your spell attack and your spell save DC.
True, but pricing on scrolls like this goes anywhere from 5 to 50,000.
Yeah. This scroll requires you to be at 100 hit points or less, and it has a save effect to end it early. A con save, specifically.
10,000.
Knocked off nearly half the price.
True. She only got 8,000 there. Looks to Eloise with a little wiggle of the brow.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage, so it's a flat roll.
Normal.
Yeah.
19!
Oh my gosh, Eloise, please hold strong.
Disadvantage rolls fucking
No,
crazy.
I was gonna say, did you already roll?
I did already roll, but it's okay. It was lower than what you got. Also, if you use portents, she would have used portents to cancel it out anyway.
Yes. Okay.
Divination wizards can do that.
I am aware. Why she's frustrating to be around.
Yeah. So yeah, she looks at you. She frowns. Then she
Think of
kind
the
of
smile it would put on my face.
I know.
You're trying to make me less depressed.
And think of the Then she
You only
smiles.
need to cover so very. No, you don't have to cover the whole thing after the 10,000. I'll put up 8.
She then smiles. Tell you what, I'll cover the extra 7,000, but you refer to me as sister. She folds her arms triumphantly.
Morrigan has a look across her face that she hasn't seen before. Just this. It isn't angry or disdainful, just don't do this.
She'll insight that. That's 12.
Well, I'm very tired. I don't know what I would roll opposed to that.
I would say your choice. Either flat charisma at disadvantage, or maybe persuasion at disadvantage. I'm not really sure.
That one. I'll take that token. I'll take that token.
All right, go for it.
There's a reason that's making her uncomfortable. Just keep mentioning sister, I'm your sister, which is just making Morrigan more and more irksome with each attempt she has at making her refer to her as that.
Okay, then. She'll die and then relent. Fine. I guess you don't have to do that. And then she'll pull out a bag and she'll place it on the countertop. Go ahead and put down your 5,000.
I do so.
Yeah, you put down 5,000. And the woman checks the bag. 10,000 here. She checks your funds. 5,000 here. The scroll worth 10,000 by itself is 25 in total. Yes, of course. Your grimoire, please.
I unstrap the grimoire from beside my older spell book and just press it onto the table.
Yes. And Eloise will put down 100 gold for the ring. But of course. And she'll pull out a ring and she'll hand it to you.
But I
100
ask... This is to be returned. I understand. I wanted to ask perhaps if you had what you would pay for something, mostly just to, let's say, pique my curiosity on its worth.
Okay.
She pulls a second scroll and slips it under the table, just for my own assurances. She sets the scroll of glibness on the table.
Okay. That's an 8th level spell, right?
9th.
9th. Are you sure?
I believe it's...
No,
I'm pretty sure
is 8th
glibness...
level.
Is it?
Yep. Pretty sure it's 8th
man.
level. Yep, 8th level. Might as well be a 9th level spell with the effect it gives. Clearly a 9th level spell for sorcerers, warlocks, and bards, but not so much for other classes. So she looks at it and she's like, "Oh. Would you like this information delivered to you via a message cantrip or a sending spell?"
Is it just me and
It's just
and
you and
Eloise in here?
Yes.
She's not going to take it from me.
But of course, then, I believe the price on this particular scroll would be 20,000 gold pieces.
Sighs a little. I'd hoped for more, but
Well,
at least gives me...
It really depends on whom you're selling it to. Me, I happen to be a wizard, so this particular spell is of no real note to me. But if you were to sell this to a person of the more sorceress persuasion or the more bardic persuasion, then this spell would be invaluable to them, as it acts as a bit of a force multiplier for all of their magic.
Really? Okay.
She
Well,
nods.
thank you for that.
In the hands of one of those such individuals, I would rate this price as 40,000 gold pieces, at the very least.
And perks out her bottom lip, oh well, that is a little more on the spot I would hope for.
Yes.
At this point, I just want to show off a little. Tell me what you might appraise. She looks to her right. Oh, I don't have my stuff, do I?
Eloise will kind of reach into her bag and pull out your staff. You mean this one?
Yes.
You see this woman's eyes light up, and she's like, "Oh, where did you get this fine work of magical artifice?" She reaches out with these gimme hands, and Eloise looks to you like, "Do I give it to her?"
You'll hand it to me, please.
She'll hand it to you first.
This,
Yes,
my dear friend,
that it is. I know, I fully see what it is. It's a mixture between a staff of fire and a staff of ice. Yet, how did you get the enchantments to work together like that? It should be functionally impossible for them to work like that.
My own design.
That is bullshit.
Yet it stands here before you.
No, I don't doubt that thing was made by someone else, but by you? No. If it was made by you, you would have upgraded your own grimoire.
I said it was my design.
your design.
Nods. I may not have put hands to the actual enchanting. It is not my purview, but I provided the specs for it.
That's gonna be a deception.
I gave all 3 pieces to a person who was just gonna mush them together. I designed it.
What this woman considers designing and what you consider designing are two entirely different
Different things, but that doesn't mean I don't believe I designed it.
Still a deception because you know very well this is not you not designed this.
Fine.
Like you know exactly what.
But
this
I will
woman's
roll super high. 23. Fuck you.
I was hold on now. I was about to say Eloise just says I was there when she wrote him up, and kind of like backs you up with your deception, so you have a 24.
Jeez. Get on my level.
This woman stares at you. Then she kind of like narrows her eyes and she's like,
You do seem to have missed something, dear, though.
Yes, what did I miss?
She kind of twirls the staff as the center orb. The orb of scrying that is its centerpiece.
I am... Are you selling this? She smiles.
Of course, it'll only cost you 1 robe.
Her left eye twitches.
1 work of art for another.
Oh. You're a devious one.
You would not ask me for my magnum opus for anything less.
No. You are right. And thus, there shall be no sale.
Fine. I only wish to see what you would pay for it in gold, really. More a show. I was given the opportunity to view yours. I wish to show you mine.
It is a very lovely item. You realize that is 3 different attunement items wrapped into one.
I am aware.
You realize that most people that understand how to create magical artifacts would see that and actively want to kill you.
Obviously. Surely. Though
Now,
I still stand here, and many, many people do not.
of course, and like I said, I'm not one to combat people. I understand in which the, I understand the hardness that comes into adventuring. Still, I thank you for showing it to me. Upon these
Gives it a
eyes.
twirl before passing it back to Eloise,
Who
knowing
then-
she can't be given her staff.
Yeah, she then pockets it again. Oh, was a wonderful sight to see.
Leers at the robe. Agreed.
Yes, yes. Now, leave, please. Vacate while I have time to mourn.
Very well. As she moves with a bit of a skip in her step, having bested this lady who was like, "Oh, you can't afford this," and the third she's like drooling, like, "Yes, seethe, cope."
As the two of you leave this particular establishment, Eloise turns to you and goes, "That was a little mean of you. Get it?
Yes, I'm feeling better already.
I'm glad you are. Want to go to that third shop?"
Yes.
She smiles. and the two of you make your way to the more eccentric shop, correct?
Yeah.
All right, then.
Roll them dice. What's got, and then I'll quickly leave.
Oh, I'm gonna do you something a little bit better. Agathar and Soren, while the two of you are making your way down along the streets, you know, your mom rattling off about the, you know, various prices of different things and different items, you know, looking upset and so on and so forth. The two of you can roll me a perception check if you would be so kind. Well, I mean, like, Soren, you don't need to. Agathar, you can.
Yeah. Yep. Another 10.
What the hell?
Fuck my life. Do I? I was about to say, do I get advantage for using Soren as a?
You know what?
lookout
Sure,
post?
fuck it.
As a watchtower.
Sure, go
Hooray.
for it. You're taller.
Hooray! That's better.
All right. You spot Eloise walking with a gnome woman.
The gnome woman saying, like, I don't know why you haven't shifted or changed it all. Blue is not a good color to be in this this region.
I am who I am. If they have objections, then they will meet. Then they will meet my justice.
You'll be burned at the stake.
Not if Soren learns about it.
As much as he
Oh,
wants
Soren, you also
to-
spot them too.
Yeah. What's Soren's reaction to seeing them?
He'll probably smile at seeing his friends again. He was hoping to see later on.
I think does the it's a gnomish. He knows Eloise well enough, I think, to know that she wouldn't leave Morrigan. So I think it's safe to assume that he believes that the gnome is Morrigan. However, he's gonna stick with Soren because he doesn't want to leave him alone.
Not with this woman.
Racist mom's gonna change his mind.
Well, Soren, as
Yes.
you are following your mom, the four of you converge at this strange establishment. Your mom being drawn in by like a bunch of weirdness happening. While this is the
Good shot.
destination for the other duo, as I am going to need to do a minor music change.
Oh, that's a good
Get
sign.
that carnival music going. It's gonna be a show.
Oh, you have no idea.
I don't know. Maybe. Who's
No side note.
Fucking circus afro. Give me a second.
Afro circus. Circus.
All right. So, as the four of you make your way up to this this establishment, you see that it is not so much an establishment as it is just a wall with a door that has been kind of like grafted onto it. Like, the door frame itself has visible cracks in the wall from where it has been bolted into place. And
Oh, we're gonna be meeting an actual baby.
and of course and of course just above it hangs a sign that says F&M, Adventurous Emporium. And of course as everyone kind of like filters in one by one, you are treated to a large establishment inside of a hollowed out skull, like a absolutely massive hollowed out skull with various cracks along the walls, a large eye, and these two large ass eye sockets that are completely encased in stained glass. That display a giant fight between a stone colossus and a Tarrasque.
Oh my god.
The right eye of which looks heavily damaged from what appeared to have been an explosion of some kind. You see little gadgets and little thopters kind of like buzzing and flittering around, kind of with like these little like red eyes, kind of like scanning people and kind of like zipping back and forth. You see a horned catfolk with 4 ears and red fur, kind of like sitting at a desk in the middle of and like at like a clerk counter in the middle of this whole establishment, looking very bored and kind of like tapping away at like a little like a glass, like a clear glass device. There's kind of like, you know, playing games or something like that, like as little noises filter off of it.
I hate that I know what this is.
I know it too.
No, you don't.
I do, actually.
Oh, you do?
I do.
Shad played this character somewhere else, huh?
We'll explain it later.
And as you guys are kind of just like, you know, looking around at just like this whole place, emerging from as I add, give me just a second to make this handout. I have to make the handout. Give me just a second.
Man, you didn't make it ahead of time. Huh? Not prepared.
I know, right?
Worst DM.
I know,
Unreal.
I'm horrible.
Realism shattered.
Horribly shattered.
You know, we'll fix this another Vorpal blade.
I require another Vorpal waifu.
Don't fucking tempt me. Don't fucking tempt me.
Do it then.
Do it.
Why does he get 2 Vorpal blades and I had to pay $1 million?
I'm making jokes.
Because he's a fighter.
Fuck fighters.
Because I'm the poor
This fighter's fed.
morsel.
Give me something.
This fighter's fed. Give me something.
Now I'm gonna starve with broken abilities.
And as you guys kind of like are just like looking around, just like in awe of this place, as you see various like just shit everywhere. A woman approaches with cream-colored fur, blue eyes, a jacket, a green vest, and a big-ass fuck-off greatsword on her back, with a strange-looking rifle there as well. As
okay,
this woman makes herself known to everyone.
Hang on, let's go.
Oh yeah, I know only.
And
I just remember the art.
Yes, and she gives a wave and she says, "Hello, good evening, everyone. Good morrow. Welcome to F&M Adventurous Emporium, where you can find everything. Your one-stop shopping for every single thing you could ever want, need, or desire. Yes, indeed. Haha. In fact,
Morrigan.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just kind of like, she's in the middle of this. I just pointing across the way. Is like, is that cup supposed to be on fire?
Just you wait.
Well, I need to do something real quick. Yep, that makes sense. Soren's shoulder suddenly jerks off as he feels something kick off of him.
Oh my gosh. Where's he flying to?
To the Tarrasque skull, obviously.
Oh hell yeah.
Just like.
I thought we were inside the skull.
Oh yeah, you are inside the skull.
Yeah. Exactly.
He attaches to the wall.
Yeah, literally attaches to a wall like a fucking skink.
Like,
Yes.
yeah, his tongue just goes in and out like.
Yeah.
and as you guys walk in, the door shuts behind you.
Wonderful.
Remember, no leaving unless you buy at least one thing. And our cheapest thing is 1 copper, and she indicates to a wall of cookies that are just along the corner of the entryway. Which you see a couple dwarves just kind of like very, very carefully just like reach over. They like pick a cookie up and they just go to the counter and buy it, and they just leave it immediately. Still, I see that all of you are here, and that is awesome. That is fine. That is wonderful. What can I get for each of you? I'm a salesman extraordinaire.
You look like an artificer, not an enchanter.
Oh, and I am indeed. In fact, I have made every single thing in this establishment except for a few things that my cohort Malcolm made instead. Don't worry. I'm here.
Right.
Smiles.
I'm just perusing. What do you have you're particularly proud of that someone of the casting variety would be interested in?
Oh, what do I have that a person of the casting variety would be interested in? I have so many things. Many a thing. In fact, here, follow me. She'll kind of like lead you over to a corner of this particular Tarascal that has Caster's Mart directly above it. The Caster's Corner directly above it. And you see that there is one of every staff that you could ever find on 5e tools. Just listed there. There's one of every wand that you can find on 5e tools. Just listed there. There's one of every robe listed there. Just Like, it's all there. And all priced.
Staff of the Magi, how much?
1 million.
Because of course it is. Thinks for a moment. My staff's not up there.
It is not.
Interesting. You seem to have quite a selection of staffs, but I have one that you don't seem to have in your selection.
Oh, really? Yes, go ahead. Show it.
I look to Eloise with the grabby hand.
Eloise pulls it out and hands it to you. Her eyes go wide. Ooh. Pupils dilate, tail whips back and forth. Oh. May I hold it for just a moment?
On the condition I can lay eyes on the Magi's staff.
Oh, sure, but of course. And she'll kind of like flick her fingers, and a drone kind of like flies over to the staff, plucks it off the wall, flies it back over, and lets you put a hand on it.
Like full body shudder from Morrigan as her hair begins to like rise like in a Ghibli movie.
The power.
Feon taking the staff from you does exactly the same thing you're doing with yours, except hers is like, ooh, and like you see these little spider drones begin to skitter along her, like they move out of her fur and they skitter down her arms and begin to just kind of like just like run up and down the staff, scanning.
I said you could hold it. I did not say you could decipher it.
Oh, but who said I was deciphering it? I was holding it with my fingers and my little friends. Smiles.
I wasn't born yesterday.
Fine.
Who knows? You could possibly be the new owner of this one-of-a-kind staff.
Uh-huh. Really not.
Morgan's like staring at the Magi staff she has her hands touching. So easily you could have that.
We look at the staff of the Magi again.
He's just invisibly just like licking the skull and just like sniffing it and just being an absolute fucking menace along the wall right now.
There's just a
Like,
slowly
there's, like-
growing slime trail.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
There are like occasional wet dots along the wall.
And every once
He's
in a
gone
while, like,
full
all of us
salamander
just-
on us.
Okay, every once in a while, just all of us hear him just whisper, "Oh God, this tastes like awesome.
Hear a little like yep.
I can't wait to jam this into one of my daughters."
I just have to sit here for 8 hours so I could slip it into my bag.
Ow!
If he stays in contact with a bone for 8 hours, he gets familiar with it and then he can mold it.
You ain't
You
got
want-
enough bones to make this.
You wouldn't be able to mold the whole thing, but like chunks of it for sure, yes. It is the size of a city block, pretty much.
I will spend as much time as possible.
How'd she get it here and inside of a mountain?
I'm used to
very
having
carefully.
exhaustion.
So many
Um,
questions.
Well, I mean, you could ask her, is the question. I am looking at this damn thing. So fucking strong. She looks at it, and she looks at you, and she's like, tell you what, I'll strike a deal with you. I will provide for you this particular staff on a layaway of sorts. Every time I unlock a new secret about the staff you provided for me, it will unlock a few new capabilities for that staff you have in your hands right there.
Turns her
once
head a
I
little bit,
have-
eyes narrowing.
Once I have been able to fully replicate this particular staff, it unlocks all of its capabilities.
Licks her lips. Okay. I have a counteroffer.
What is your counteroffer?
I know how to make that staff.
No you don't.
Kind of
Not
gives
in
her like
the-
the raised eyebrows.
Not in the traditional sense of you put a schematic together, you crafted these 3 items together. No. I know artifice when I see it, and this is not artifice. This is
Well, yes,
the-
of course I'm not an artificer.
This is the mashing of 3 different magic items together in a way that somehow conjoins their particular enchantments.
I tell you what. How much of this stuff are you she wiggles the magi staff giving me to start? I can divulge how I made it. That will definitely cut a chunk of the time you need to study it.
Telling me the process by which you made it only tells me the process by which you made it, not how these enchantments overlay with one another, which is an entirely different thing that I need to examine and purport for myself.
So you don't want any of that information, that valuable, impertinent information to how 3 impossibly attuned items came to be one.
It is good information to have, you're not wrong about that. I will say that, currently speaking, your staff would unlock anything that is a 3 charge or less effect upon it. But with this information, I will allow 5 charge or less effect on it. Effects upon it.
5e tools is being shitty.
Okay, basically, you would not be able to plane shift. You would not be able to lightning bolt beyond 5th level. You would not be able to conjure elemental. Are like the 3 7 charge effects that you get. And spell absorption would be... And your charge number would be cut in half to like 30 instead of 50. Your max charge limit. That is basically this. But everything else, the enlarge, reduce, light, mage hand, arcane lock, detect magia, all that at will stuff, that's fine. All the other spells, that's fine as well. That's basically what it is. You wouldn't have like the upper echelon stuff yet. If you gave her the information as well as the staff.
She's looking at this, looking at her staff, and what level are the 2 highest spells that my staff can cast? Aren't they 8?
Oh, let me look.
I'm pretty sure like Incendiary Cloud and the custom ice spell are like 7th or 8th level.
Yes, they are.
I'll
But
have you know,
of course, she doesn't know this.
I'll have you know that staff is more than just the makeup of its initial parts. It is capable of doing more than its individual pieces could together.
Oh, so it was not only it was not only melded together, but it was enhanced as well. That is a interesting thing. Yes. Well then, I suppose it would be a fair trade regardless. I suppose there is no need for layaway if you give me the information required.
Big smile on her face. Lovely. Then we have a deal. 1 for 1, no holdsies.
Oh, but of course. I understand. I am more than happy to help my fellow adventurers out. She extends a hand out to you.
And I do need I say this out of character, no holdsies. Like I get the whole staff of the Magi. Okay. Shake her hand. Shall we go somewhere more private? This is information you likely don't want anyone else to hear.
Oh, yes. And do you mind if I record the conversation?
So long as my name is not brought up or my description.
What name are you referring to? And I don't even know what you look like.
Fantastic.
Oh yeah, she will lead you over in a way. Agathar, while you're kind of like licking the wall, you hear a voice in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, please remove yourself from the wall.
He's like started making his way back to Soren, and then he just like freezes, and he just like starts rapidly looking around.
You see a small drone nearby.
How can it? Okay. He
A
slowly
life
just...
force detection, sir.
Oh, that is not fair. Okay. He just like kind of crawls down and hops onto Soren's shoulders again.
Please decloak while you're in the store.
But okay.
We are aware of the current location that you came from. You will be provided with a way to be invisible upon your leaving.
Okay. And he slowly uncloaks up onto Soren's shoulder, looking nervous.
No one in the shop seems to react to you.
Are there any dwarves in the...
The dwarves that came in here are, they're gone.
Okay.
The cat behind the counter is currently still invested in her phone, just tapping away. Soren is there, and of course, his mom looks so lost. She's like, "Oh no, I'm surrounded by a bunch of weird stuff now."
The Soren just kind of looks at the cat behind the counter and goes, I'm sorry for my mom. He doesn't say that. He doesn't say that.
Agathar will kind of give Soren a little nuzzle before he carefully crawls down his shoulders, seeming this is a bit of a welcoming place for him, so he's going to start making his way over to the cat behind the counter. Excuse me, miss?
She looks down at you.
Hello.
Oh, you're back. Oh, no, wait. Different. Sorry.
Wait, what do you mean back?
Ignore me.
I don't think I want to. Did someone come in here looking like me?
What can I do you for, sir?
Well, did someone look like me coming in here?
Did you want something, sir?
Can you answer my question, please?
I cannot answer the question, I'm sorry.
What do you mean you can't answer the... What? I know someone who wants to wear my skin, and you're not answering my question?
No. Wasn't anyone wearing your skin.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just... Ugh.
My apologies, sir. I did not mean to upset you.
No, it's fine. That person makes my blood boil, and we made the agreement. I'm sorry. Okay. Is there perchance any way, shape or form, with trade or with currency, I could get a little bit of the Tarask bone?
She looks at you flatly.
Or
No.
research? Oh. Not even like a little bit?
She shakes her head. If we gave a bit of skull for research, she makes in quotation marks, purposes, to every necromancer that came in here, we would be out of a store.
I never said I was a necromancer.
She gives you a really? Are we doing this right now? Look.
Okay, I guess. Fine. Fine.
There are
I guess
only
this
two
place-
people interested in skulls, sir. They are either necromancers or they are archaeologists. You do not look like an archaeologist.
I don't
Not
know. I
even
mean,
the
the
cool
hat kind of
one?
looks like an archaeologist hat.
Sorry, what?
Not even the.
The hat kind of looks like an archaeologist hat.
No.
Well, considering that's not going to get out, is it?
No,
You're not
sir.
freaking out, so it. Okay.
We don't care. We're adventurers. Well, sorry, Mom is an adventurer. I'm just working the front desk.
Oh man. Okay.
She checks a watch. And then
Well, I don't.
she checks the watch, sighs. Anyway, are you here to buy anything?
I don't. Do you? What do you have for like ornaments like your mother? Does she have like a rifle of some sort?
The rifles are not for sale, sir.
Do you have anything equivalent of it? I have something of its similarity.
Go ahead and show it.
He will carefully pull out the snooze button, making sure it's on safety and all the chickens before he empties the magazine and racks the top of it to empty the chamber, and then he'll set it on the counter. It was loaded with the rubber bullets.
Yeah. You see her watch you do all this, and then she's like, okay, we do have some for sale.
Oh, okay. He looks at the city block sized shop. Could I be guided to it?
Sure thing, sir. She'll flick a few. She'll flick her finger across the clear glass in her hands a couple times, and then you'll see a drone zip over to where you are, and then float in front of you. Follow me, sir, please.
You want me to come with you?
These things are. Oh, maybe you probably should stick with your mom so she doesn't get lost in here.
Oh, that's true.
It's okay. We have elderly watch services.
I think I'll hang around my mom.
We have a little theme park where they get apple juice.
I was going to say you look back over to where your mom is. Your mom is currently being led with a drone that has a glass of apple juice on a tray in front of it. It's leading her over to a collection of chairs and cafes where you see a few more people are just currently sitting and chilling.
She can play
okay.
bridge with them. She'll be fine.
Okay. Well, yeah, you could come with me then.
All right. All right. He starts following Agathar while looking around the place to see if there's anything that interests him. But I, the player, can't really think of anything else that I'd want at this moment.
Okay, then. So,
Yeah, I don't. There's one thing I think, but
all right. So you
If
make
it's a
your
tournament, I don't want
way.
it.
You make your way along the various pathways to to FA or Phaon's Armaments. Not the other FA that we're thinking of. And inside you see a collection of weapons from various swords and great swords and battle axes and shields and so on and so forth, to a lot of what appear to be to a couple blank walls. And as the two of you kind of like make your way inside, a little the drone kind of like beeps once, and you see the two walls that were clear slowly like pan down, and now you see two walls that are collections of weaponry, like guns and stuff, just kind of like lining the walls. Like, have you ever been to a Walmart? You know, like the sporting gear section.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what you're looking at. Is just like guns, just with two different walls. You have one that is that's labeled slug-based firearms, and the other is labeled energy-based firearms.
Energy-based firearms? What does that mean?
And at this point in time, a red-furred male catfolk with 4 ears and a pair of horns slides into view. Well, sir, that energy-based weapons are weapons that utilize energy to create a projectile of sorts to eliminate your enemies with great distinction.
Agathar's eyes like blink one at a time. Really?
Yes. Have you ever looked at a person and decided, do you want that person to be a pile of ash instead of an actual person anymore? Well, that's what energy weapons are for. Big smile.
Agathar looks up at Soren.
I know
I
that
think-
look.
we could check it out.
But of course, those weapons are only available to our Gold Plus members, of which I see neither of you are.
Huh?
What would it take to become a Gold Plus member?
Oh, just a small fee of 25 gold pieces per month, every month for the rest of your time being a member, and a signing of a small contract. Grin.
25 gold a month? That's pretty intense.
Yes, but not only do you get the ability to purchase our fine energy-based weaponry, since you have been cleared for firearm safety procedures and so on and so forth, but you also get access to our cafe, including but not limited to the purchase of no less than 3 to 6 different items of a certain copper value or less, for free, along with a great other number of perks and bonuses such as instant delivery, drone care, and repair and replacement for anything you purchase in our lovely establishment. Big grin.
As enticing as that is, I mean, we won't be here for very long, so...
Oh, that's fine, sir. We get to come to you.
Wait, really? How?
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answers to.
That's why. Never mind. Okay. Well.
Oh, my apologies, sir. What I mean is, don't ask questions we're not willing to give the answers to.
Yeah, that's a little bit more like it. You guys are tight lips around here.
We are supposed to be.
I guess that's good. I think we'll look at the ballistics first. I mean, we're not gonna be able to even see the energy stuff. I don't think it's worth. I don't know. I mean, it's.
You can become a Gold Plus member today, sir. He'll and as he says, today, sir, he boops you on the nose.
His muzzle scrunches a little bit.
I happen to have the contracts right here, and he unfurls them and places them both on a small countertop beside you. Then he pulls out a small pen, clicks it, and he puts it onto the table as well. Just a simple sign, a 25 gold fee, and you too can have your name. He then pulls out a golden card that shines and shimmers in the light. On this, he waves it around a little bit.
Well,
Soren's going to look over the contract specifically to find and to see if like the contract locks them into a lifetime subscription at this place.
Yes and no. Yes, it locks you into a lifetime subscription, but you can cancel at any time.
So it doesn't lock you into a lifetime subscription.
It locks you in that if you do not specifically come to this store and say, "Hey, I cancel," you will be paying.
Okay, well,
Well, we
what
do
I
have
meant
the
by that
option
was
of
like there
canceling.
was no option to actually get out of the subscription.
Oh.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, no. The owner of this particular the owners of this particular store are not going to fucking force you to
We
stay
got the
in their
check.
shit.
We're smart shoppers.
Yeah.
Well, they are doing what some gyms are doing and some other subscription places are doing, which is making it very difficult to unsubscribe. You literally have to come to this shop.
But
Yes.
but if they come to you, you can just do it then. Anyway,
And also, the contract does stipulate basically all of the various things that are guaranteed being a Gold Plus member, including, but not limited to, 1 visit to the shop per month.
per month.
So you only get to visit the place once per month.
It is once per month at a minimum.
Oh, so you have to
minimum
be
once
there
per
the
month.
Yes.
Okay.
Basically, once per month, you can guarantee yourself coming to this shop. That's what your little card does.
Okay. I mean, a shop at our fingertips is pretty freaking good.
It's
Considering we're traveling all the time.
And considering this place seems to have a lot of, shall we say, obscure items.
Yes. What do you do shared memberships? Is there is it like a family plan?
Why, yes, we do indeed do a family plan, but that is a bit more expensive depending on how many people you want to add to the family plan.
Well, he does one finger is like himself, and then second finger is Soren, and then third finger is his kids, and then the fourth finger is Soren. 3 potentially.
Three? Potential for more? Well, I would say that would run you at least... The guy does a couple calculations and said, 40 gold a month.
I've had 56 gold for 3 weeks. I do not know if I can.
And you're an adventurer, are you not? 55 gold is more than enough for a family membership for at least yourself and no more than 500 individuals. And that's for just this month.
That's practically for one time.
Yes, and do you think you're not going to get any more money by next month? Gosh, have a bit more faith in yourself, sir.
I mean, I guess, but our jobs don't well, I don't want to say they don't pay well, but
Don't have more faith in yourself just because I'm trying to sell you something right now.
What do you think, Soren? I'm not gonna do the family plan. I think I can just get stuff for people, but I mean, we don't have to do it right now. But
Oh, but what better time is there than the present? Who knows when you'll see us again?
Soren looks at the contract again to see if there's anything in the contract that says anything bought using the gold or that requires the gold membership has to be returned or anything like that should the gold membership expire.
No.
So what I'm hearing is so how much is that energy rifle?
You haven't been told the price yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Soren kind of just nods at the energy rifle that Agathar was looking like he wanted to get, and he says, "So how much is that rifle For just out of curiosity.
I'm sorry, but I can't say unless you are a gold membership. Unless you are a gold member.
Hmm.
Kind of like sharks. No offense.
The gentleman gives you a needle-like grin with his very sharpened teeth. Yes, very much so.
Oh god. We. How much for the if we get the lower tiered membership, we can upgrade at any time, yes?
Oh, but of course you can, but I will say that only the Gold Plus members get access to the energy weapons. You'll have to be a Gold Plus member to have access to those. If you're a Gray member, then, well, sure, you can access our shop and so on and so forth, but you get none of the discounts. Did I mention the discounts if you're a Gold Plus member?
You didn't. Actually,
but
that's
here I
probably
am
something
now.
we should have led with. What are the discounts?
Well, it depends on what you're buying. Certain things have a bit of a bigger discount than other things.
Oh, fuck it. He just slaps down 25 gold pieces on the counter.
And your John Hancock, if you will, upon the paper.
Who's John Hancock?
I don't know who that is.
Don't worry about it. Please, just sign the paper, your name.
I'm worrying about so many things, including this. He signs his name, Agathar Fang. His penmanship is glorious, by the way.
Is that his legal name at this point in time?
Technically, no, because him and Soi Fang haven't exactly gotten married yet.
Okay. The gentleman will frown and say, "My apologies, sir, but I need your actual legal name."
His face drops a little bit. Do you really have to?
Well, unless you wish to change your name to that, which we can certainly do here. Yes.
Do you?
And yes, we do name changes here. After all, it's part of the business, is it not? Changing identities and so on and so forth, having new passports and whatever you need to pass from land to land and whatnot. Though it's all part of the adventuring business, isn't it? Smile.
Also, well, how much is the name change?
The name change will run you at least 5 gold pieces. It may run you a bit more depending on how hard in the paint you wish to go with it, but it is legally binding.
Well, I guess we were gonna wait for till after the wedding, but I guess we're doing it now. Sure, I will legally change my name.
Good. Then another 5 gold, please.
And he thinks about it for a moment. If he does legally change his name, would that mean Bethany can use Agathar as a means for the rumor ability?
Yes.
He hesitates.
But here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
She has already tried to rumor him with Agathar once before.
That's true.
And it has not worked.
That's true. So why would she try?
However, you would know if you signed this document, if it is legally binding and you do change your name, then yes, she could rumor you.
However, she fully believes at this point that it doesn't work. So he actually has that advantage. So she could look around for his real name, quotations, but even if she uses it after the legally binding, it still wouldn't work.
Yep.
All right, fuck it. He's like, oh, okay, yeah, fine. He'll put down 5 gold pieces.
Thank you, sir. He then pulls out another document, which he places upon the table. Your full legal name here, your new legal name here, and it will be formally bound. You see that basically this document says, I, such and such, do hereby legally change my name upon the power of the gods and deities and so on and so forth to this name.
Man, how did you guys even get this level of paperwork? And he will sign former name Soren. You would see this. It would be Agarius Tharm.
He would actually turn away.
Okay. That's fair.
But at
so
this point, if he sees it now, it doesn't really matter.
yeah, because he also understands how the ability works. So he would notice Agarius Tharm and then change it to Agathar Fang.
All right. And the second you finish writing down that last name and dotting it, so to speak, the contract flares with fire and disappears. And then the other contract for the Gold Plus membership also flares into fire and disappears. Thank you, sir. The 30 gold is swept away off the countertop without any further explanation.
He just kind of says to himself, well, Rainbow, I guess it's official now. We guess we don't have to do that paperwork anymore.
Yes. Of course, anyone else who wishes to change the name may certainly do so. I certainly don't mind. It's more money for the shop, is it not? Now,
That's fair.
you were inquiring as to the price of these particular items as he pulls out a golden card with Agathar Fang written upon it, and he hands it to you specifically.
He'll take it and look at it.
Now, depending on how much damage you're wishing for this energy weapon to do, and how long of a range you're wishing for it to have, you will either run you from a price of 5,000 to 25,000 to 50,000 gold pieces to 500,000 gold pieces for certain items. And every time this man lists a number, Soren, you don't hear what he says.
But you can see the color on Agathar's face start leaving him.
Soren's frowning now.
He opens his coin purse and just sees
Moths flutter out.
like 40 40 coins in total.
Like one
40 physical coins.
It's like one really emaciated moth flies out, and there's just the eaten bones of the other moths.
The man leans over and leers at your empty coin purse and says, "You know,
It shut.
we do loans."
Why did I know you were going to say that?
Well, of course, we know that sometimes adventuring is hard and that you fall on tough times, but so long as you pay your loans on time and your interest fees and so on and so forth, everything will work out just fine. Smile.
He sighs and looks at Soren. Hey, Angel, how much willing are you going to? How much are you willing to throw in?
But what did he say?
How much are you willing to throw in?
This guy offered loans.
Soren just smiles and says, "How much you need, hon?"
5K?
Is Soren able to hear that?
Yes.
Okay.
But instead of hearing just 5K, you hear somewhere in the ballpark between 2,500 and 8,000.
It's changing his fucking voice. This is fucked up.
It doesn't change his voice, but
It's making him say something he isn't.
It's Soren hearing something that it's Soren hearing something that you are saying.
Same difference.
Like, I'm just imagining it now, just like, oh, I need something somewhere in the ballpark of 2,500.
Soren, I need somewhere within the ballpark of 25,000 gold pieces and 500,000 gold pieces.
Please.
The fitness
You
gram
always
pacer
know Morrigan
test.
tends to have a lot of money.
The fitness gram pacer test.
Let's try one thing. Show me with your hands, if you could.
He
And he holds up for 5.
Yeah, he holds up 5.
The number is blurred.
Ah, God damn it.
I'm sorry, sir. Unless you are a Gold Plus member, you cannot know the price of our particularly high-rated items.
Soren
Even
just
when
looks
he's
at him.
trying to help me.
Soren just looks at him and says, "Well, he might be dependent on me for a little bit of a loan or a little bit of money from my part, and if I don't know how much to give him, then that makes it a little bit difficult. Wouldn't you agree?"
Of course, I do agree, but at the same time, we have our secrecies for a reason.
Agathar just mutters and then starts digging into. He crawls up under the counter, sits on it, and just digs into his pack, and he starts laying out items.
What are you laying out, buddy?
Soren,
What are you saying?
I've got another idea. And Soren just takes his coin purse and just sets it on the counter and says, "Just pull out however much you need."
There's like $5 in there.
5 American dollars.
There's 8,788 gold in there.
87,000, you said?
8,700.
I don't...
8,000.
Okay, thank you.
8,700, yes.
Thank you.
Oh, he just looks at Soren like, I can't take all of it.
I mean, do you need all of it?
I mean, probably, but I don't want to take all of your money.
I mean, probably.
I don't want to take all of your money. Here, let me try this.
He is going to lay out Gustav's collector card, Dixon's collector card, Lawrence's pristine collector's card, Kaya's signed card, the bottle of rain clouds is a gift. He's holding on to that one. And the shadow dog whistle you got from Morrigan's dream.
Oh my gosh. You see this man's eyes go wide as people's dilate. He's like, oh. You have an original Gustav collector card?
Given to his eyebrows, given to me by her herself, including all 4 of these cards, given and signed by them themselves.
Oh, you.
After we went into the heat of the battle, after fighting, what did we fight? An Eidolon, Soren? We went up against an Eidolon.
Oh, no, it's so...
He just shrugs and goes, "Hey, it wasn't that big of a deal, right?"
Oh!
And he just has a smirk on his face.
Yeah, we took down 2 or 3 Waste Walkers, right?
Oh, yes, high-tier adventurers, for sure. Yes. Ah, fine. You
Bro
wish
does
to...
not give a shit. He cares about the cards.
You wish to pay for our accoutrement with these collector items? These priceless collector items?
Yes, the priceless. Let me see what your most expensive rifle is. He just holds up the cards close to his chest. Or at least the top items. I want to shop around, you know?
Oh, you and my sister would get along swimmingly well.
Maybe I could meet her. That'd be kind of nice. I like meeting new people.
You probably are. You already have. She's at the front desk.
Oh, her.
Yes.
Oh, her.
Her.
Morgan re-arriving with her.
It's did Feon say her name? I'm pretty sure she
no.
did. Oh, she didn't. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see the merchandise. I'm very curious. This is the first time I've ever hearing about the energy stuff, and you know, I've created a rifle myself, actually, using energy in a sense.
And at this point in time, I'll say Feon slides into frame. You created a rifle, you say? As I cut away back over to the conversation, I'll say that Morgan, you give her the information, and she gives you a small nod, and then she exchanges the staff of the Magi for the staff of fire and ice.
The Shiver Burn Spire.
Yeah, the Shiver Burn Spire. And she'll say, "Oh, thank you so much for this. This is a wonderful item."
Huh? What?
Yeah,
She's
yes.
drooling over this staff. Oh, right. Enjoy.
Yes, I shall enjoy. And you'll watch as another staff, exactly the same as the one you just bought, is floated over and put onto the wall.
Meh.
Oh, don't care. I have one though.
Yeah. And she'll and before she walks away, she'll say, "Oh, and by the by, I would be remiss if I didn't offer it to you. Would you like to be a Gold Plus member of our store?"
What are the perks?
The perks are a few free items of a particular copper value or down or lower, the ability to enter our shop at least once per month, along with a few discounts on other items.
Ears wiggle. Discounts, you say?
Yes, discounts, I say. The cost is 25 gold a month.
Were there early termination fees?
Well, no, but of course you can cancel any time. Of course you can, but you may only cancel while within this particular store.
Thinks for a moment. If I were to use the card to say, wait, did she mention that I can apparate to the store?
No, she is not.
It's nice and all, but it's a bit steep considering I would have to travel all the way to Therboulder.
No, you wouldn't.
Hmm.
Oh, my apologies. Information classified for Gold Plus members only. But suffice it to say, you would not have to travel to Therboulder specifically to visit our shop.
I see. So it allows me to be here in a way.
I cannot say one way or the other to confirm or deny anything. Although, she'll pull out the paper and she'll slide it across the table. If you signed up, I can tell you.
I look at the paperwork and read it. Does it say anything that if I come and cancel in the store, would I be apparated back to my last location?
It doesn't say that you won't be.
I look up to them. You need to add a small clause.
Oh, really? What would that be?
That if I use said card to arrive and cancel my membership, that I will at least be given the free apparition back to my last location with the card.
Oh, you won't need to worry about that. Not with the way our particular things work.
I'd like it written down.
Oh, fine. She'll pocket that document, pull out another one, place it down in front of you. It has the adjustment made.
And my current conveyance disallows for apparition, teleportation, and such. Will that be an issue when it comes to payment?
No, it won't.
Looks up at them.
You see, and she'll pull out the Gold Plus member card. This card right here, once you lay the particular monthly fee upon it, it will subsume into the card and transfer it directly to us.
How big a discount we talking?
Depends on the item you're looking for. Sometimes it can be as small as...
I just point at the robe of the Magi. That one.
10%.
I look at the price tag. Is it $1 million?
Yes.
That's
$100,000 off.
$100,000 gold piece discount though.
Yes, sold. Sign me up.
Yay! Another member, and she'll sign you up. I would assume you use your full legal name.
They ask for my full legal name. Do I read that? I read through this document. Are they allowed to give, under any circumstances,
No, they are not.
private information?
This is a store for adventurers. They do not give any information out.
Under threat of perjury or death, yes?
Pretty much.
Can I write it down? I don't need to say it out loud, yes?
No, you don't. Just write it down right there on the paper.
She scribbles it in halfling.
And the paper whooshes away. Which you would note because of your experience, that is infernal fire.
Has a moment of like self-reflection. I read the whole thing. There's
Yes.
nothing about souls. Otherwise,
You did.
they wouldn't have been able to sign it anyway.
Yeah, no,
Had you made
you
a
literally
demonic
read the
pact.
whole thing. It is quite literally just a gold thing. In fact, you get the
Who's your
sense.
it's like a moment where she blinks. It's like, who's your intermediary?
Oh, it's a family business. She smiles.
I looked at the other one with the horns. Clearly.
Yes. Oh, and that's my lovely daughter over there. I have a son. They're the lights of my life. And then I have a lovely wife. Oh, I love my wife so much. And
Same, Feon, same.
Right.
Stab each other out.
So, limit to once a month, even in gold. Is there a platinum membership that offers maybe 20% off?
oh, that's a good idea, but not yet.
Grimaces. Fine. Alright then.
Yeah.
I suppose now I need to find rare and impossible to craft objects so I can now afford that robe and complete my set.
Oh, and they will look quite dashing on you.
Has a moment of reflection and like reaches up to like motion them to get closer so she can whisper to them.
She leans down.
Would you be willing to possibly accept the slime that made the staff for the robe?
No, sadly.
Why?
Well, you see, and do bear in mind this is information you will lose upon the cancellation of your Gold Plus membership, so I have no real qualms telling you about this.
That's slavery.
We cannot take things from other universes.
There's this moment where her eyes kind of squint like, what?
Don't worry about it. In fact, I would worry far less about it because it's not of your concern. In fact, here, forget I said anything about it. In fact, you know what? Here, complimentary healing potion. She gives you a supreme healing potion. And then she leaves.
Wait, take it back. Give me a bigger discount.
No, she's already gone.
God damn it.
It's free healing potions.
Maybe she means another plane. Maybe they're from the lower plane.
Probably.
Has to
You a
be.
human, right?
Has to be. Has to be. Anyway, so yeah, no. And I'll say that we can probably continue with more shopping next session since one of our people has to leave early, sadly. But still, I think that I hope you guys had fun with today's session. I hope you enjoyed Feon's shop.
Fucking
Yes.
amazing.
I'd probably enjoy it more if there was stuff that I knew Soren could use from there that, if it didn't require attunement.
Well, just here, get more weapons so the sisters can eat them.
That is an idea, but how much money is Agathar going to be taking from Soren's
We're about to
pocket?
find out.
Uh-huh.
All of it.
Yeah, you'll find that out next session, and you can also just like look up stuff in the interim period and ask me about it. It's fine. So, YouTube audience, we will be signing off here and going into the post stream where we get to say hi, hello, and how do you do to our stream audience who's been with us this whole time. Remember, you can catch us live at Tuesdays on twitch.tv/DeathlyShad. And of course, if you're here watching on YouTube, then you get the ad-free experience from the Twitch VODs. Hooray, hurrah, hooroo. Till then, Agathar, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye. I am taking my boyfriend's money.
Morrigan, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, people.
Rencois, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, people.
Soren, say goodbye to the people.
I'm gonna take that which I'm freely giving, but what was I gonna do with it anyway?
And Vani, say goodbye to the people.
Goodbye, everyone.
Yes, and from all of us to all of you, have a wonderful day as we go into the post stream. Bye-bye!
Don't worry, Agathar is going to pay Soren back.